to get 2 hard-ons.
Does he have 4 nuts?
Nah, just 2 nuts.
But 4 would make sense. Then you really shouldn't cut it off because you could, you got to think about anthropology.
Exactly.
You really got to populate the earth with that one.
Exactly.
It's deep.
Damn.
It's deep.
We starting off with 2 dicks, y'all. That's how we started.
It gets deep. It gets deep, bro. It gets deep, man.
It's gonna be a great motherfucking pod today.
All right, guys. I got to unveil a song to you guys.
Oh shit.
Unveil.
Tori heard every song a lot of times. We're getting the tape queued up, so we probably heard all these songs a million times. But it's okay.
I love them all.
I heard him too. Don't be
Told you this shit easy like
You
a
didn't
piece
come
of
through last
cake.
night.
I've been chasing money since the age of
Oh.
8.
Oh, we on the ones
Reminiscing
and
days I
twos.
used to scrape the plate.
You know the vibes.
Now it's all a blur, I'm just
gonna-
gon' paper
What'd he say?
chase. Paper chase. Pennies in Paris, I'm taking you out and I'm showing you. Better day, baby, you know
this
it.
is OG.
Who is this?
50s and 100s, we
Oh,
go, we know
it's
who
Black.
out in
6 Lab.
Malibu.
Okay.
I can't get rid of you. I'm still feeling you, so tell me what we finna do. I know the seasons change.
Oh, we might let this one ride out. 3 minutes later, best intro we had.
Give it up too much.
Too much, yeah. Oh, God, y'all gotta wait till the tape come out, man. Tape dropping May 20th, by the way. We just got that motherfucker uploaded. Come on. Stop it, boys. It's that time. Yeah, welcome to the Really Good Podcast, man. Home of the Really Good Podcast. Home of discussion. Sakib got my glasses on today, but he's in the building. Kai
I think I
Creations
wear them better,
in the
son.
building. You might.
yeah.
I doubt it, though.
Hey, what's my name?
Oh, sorry. So keep it funny. No, to keep it real. To keep it real.
The realist.
You gotta start using that. Like, man, we're gonna keep it lighthearted today. Like, just anything that
I
rhymes.
like that. I like
And it's
that.
Rizzy the Great on the mic. We actually have Alvy in the cut today.
Keep fucking up.
He'll be on the set. Well, he is on set, but he'll be on the actual pod probably like a few weeks from now. And then we're also gonna do a sit down. And we were talking about some other content we want to shoot. Maybe get some type of beach day in. Get the gang together.
Love the beach.
Not only one
Get
of us.
the dicks out.
Both.
Yeah. We'll get maybe shoot like a little vlog content. Get some new shit cooked up for the channel, man. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Oh, episode 60.
6-0.
And we didn't do anything special.
Oh no! After the pod, we got something special. That's live, but
It's just more work. Yeah,
Yeah,
TikTok work. We're gonna shoot another little segment. But every time there's a milestone, when we get to 100, we're gonna make sure we actually like plan for a milestone
confetti fall
and
from
do
the
something
ceiling.
cool. Yeah, confetti, spice it up. Maybe episode 75 is when we'll bring back the drops, huh?
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, see, like little
Okay.
shit, bro. You gotta just periodically grow, bro. Remember where we started? That shit wasn't even color graded. Like it was just we didn't even have tripods. Everything just accumulates as you go. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys before we start. I've been kind of fucked up today. Very fucked up. So in this fast process, obviously you know.
know
This
You don't know
motherfucker
shit.
don't know shit.
But he knows
I
the
don't know what
fast
you're talking
process. He knows the fast process. You, on the other hand, you do fucking 3-day fast. You don't know none of this life, okay?
Yeah, I
you
don't.
go 3 days. So actually, maybe I shouldn't complain because that's what I was thinking about you actually with my struggle today because we were up very late finishing the tape last night, getting all the final mixes, and I've just like not been getting sleep. So I overslept past Seri, which is where you eat your first meal. You're like, and I'm late on Seri every morning, but I'm eating basically like around 5 a.m.
Damn.
Overslept past it, and then I was just like periodically checking the market. So I woke up at like 10 or something when I really like got up. So that already as a creator fucks your head up. You're already waking up late. You're in it kind of almost naturally puts you in like a funk.
Yeah.
And then I haven't fucking eaten.
Yeah, you missed.
I missed that. I
Yeah.
didn't because last Seri, yesterday for example, I had 2 pieces of 2 chicken thighs and a protein shake and drank a bunch of water. This Seri,
Well, you woke up with fucking shitty booty.
nah.
Yeah, bro. You said chicken, protein shake, double scooped up.
Man, I gotta try to get these calories
Got
in,
that
bro.
dumper going up.
Be empathetic, bro. That's
dumpy
all I'm
was
asking. Yeah, you stupid. But so then on top of that, we getting all these songs mixed and mastered, bruh. What time you got here at? Like 12:30? We was finished by like 3:30.
That's a lot of mental energy, bro.
This
Yeah, bro.
motherfucker had toothpaste for breakfast.
Oh God, bro. Not even that. No, I'm just playing. I had to brush the teeth, bro. I couldn't because I think you're not supposed to brush the teeth during.
So you're not supposed to brush your tongue. That's like they always find
Don't
loopholes
listen to this
behind it.
man.
No, 100%. They always find the loopholes behind it. I can't brush my teeth. So if you don't brush your tongue, you're not tasting that shit. So you're not breaking your fast. If you just brush your teeth,
Man, I for sure brushed my teeth. I was, huh?
Not supposed to go down the throat.
it's not.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, when you rinse out your mouth and shit, it's not.
Oh, see, but look, I learned you're not supposed to rinse out your mouth after you brush your teeth. Like you're supposed to after you not like I'm not talking about Ramadan shit. I'm just saying in general for like the fluoride or whatever the shit is in the stuff. So I didn't wash out my mouth. If I had, then I probably would have been up to par. But nah. So either way, I brushed my teeth. That shit took a minute. And yeah, you're right. Mentally draining, bro. I'm sitting there like, fuck, man. I need to like go out for a second before this pod so I'm mentally right so I can give the viewers what they need. So I'm like, shit, I got to deposit some shit. Let's go to the bank real quick. Yeah. That's where we was at when you pulled up. We just fucking went to the further bank too. I'm like, man, I need to see some sunlight real quick. And now I'm charged up for the podcast.
See, but that's why it fucks you up. Eating fucks you up as opposed to not eating. Because like not eating for a certain amount of time, you know you're not getting food. So you can just already tell yourself, all right, don't bitch about it because I'm not going to eat for another 2 fucking days. Versus like you're waiting to get that meal. You're like, bro, I wish I fucking would have ate something. So now it's like even worse. Like it's more mentally taxing that way.
Yeah, that's facts. And there's no like.
You think
water
North Koreans would have the same type of take that you just had?
Bro, hell no.
They'd be like, give me the fucking food.
They're like, nah, it's better on you mentally though, because you know you probably not gonna get none. Period.
Exactly, bro. I woke up fucked up today too.
Oh God, what was your issue?
Let me tell you. So yesterday, I was like, damn, bro, my nose is all drippy. I've been sneezing a lot.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like. My nose drippy.
My nose hella drippy, and I've been sneezing a lot. I got these sinuses.
I know you had allergies for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I figured out it's not allergies. And it's my wisdom teeth that's pushing again because this morning I woke up with like half of my face numb, and I was like,
oh
fuck.
God.
And every single time that type of shit happens. Yeah. I feel like I'm super sick or whatever, but I'm not sick. It's not like a sickness that's contagious. I looked it up.
Okay.
I was like, bro, am I gonna have to do a masked pod today? But no, I was kind of happy as soon as I was like, oh, it's actually my tooth that's fucking me up. So as soon as I got outside, like I had a headache. I had a horrible headache, and then I finally stepped outside, got some food. Me just walking just got me back into a normal mood. But I popped some fucking ibuprofen.
Oh, nice.
And now I'm here.
Bro, that would have been so fucked up if you started potting with the mask, because you know it would have been like, hey, pull it down. Next thing you know, half your face is just fucked up.
Shit, fat face. Oh God. What about you? Shitty morning or something?
Nah, bro, my morning was pretty cool actually. So I'm about to be a real estate guy. So that's pretty fun. And
how's the Airbnb? My boy's about to close in. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the dude.
So does this mean I know you said you're doing it Saturday? Does this mean you're not hooping Saturday?
No, I want to hoop still because I gotta meet him at 9:30. So it's hella early.
Yeah, you gotta prioritize.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my business casual and shit. Hooping talk first. To him. He already said yeah to having people do, the corporate housing / having your business LOC.
And how many people did you go to before you found the one that said?
Bro, like 3 or 4, bro.
See, and this is why people irritate me. Some people are such doubters of everything. You're like, oh, you doing Airbnb? Nah, it's hard to do in LA. Have you tried?
Yeah.
No. Bro. Have you looked up any properties? No. So if I go to Airbnb and I type in Airbnb, like I look for shit around me and I find 30 different listings that are all clearly apartment complexes, no one can own them.
Right.
What do you say then? And you had to go to 4 people on the 4th when you got it. But
well, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna close the deal. I gotta close the deal, talk to him. He just said, yeah, they're open to it. But I expect to close it.
But it's just as far as people being open though.
Yeah,
people will find so much doubt in every plot, and it's like, fam, you know that so many people are already doing this. We're not reinventing the wheel when we talk about Airbnbs and other things of that nature.
Right. So I mean that was cool. And then I got a message, or I got not a message.
There's a song called "Message on the Tape."
Message from God.
Yeah, shout out to Tape. Yeah. But I got a what is it in the mail? It was my 401k that I had from my previous job. And so they showed me how much I had in the balance, and I was like, okay, I forgot. I didn't even know I had that shit.
Give me that shit.
Pull that shit out.
I didn't even know I had that shit. So I'm like, okay, stocks is cool. Sold Apple at a profit. I was like, all right, today's a pretty cool day. We'll see what tomorrow talking about. The other day I had a dream about an Airbnb, which is hella funny.
Wow.
It was like an empty ass lot, put some random shit down. This one went random ass white lady popped up. We was talking about it. We had it fully furnished. It had like blue, green, and orange pillows, throws, and
RGB.
covers and shit. It was cool. And then it was like, all right, it's set up. We good to go. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
moves,
it.
Man.
Oh
Big
God,
moves.
he gonna be the first one of us with the Airbnb. Then you gonna put us on all the learning curves that you gonna undergo.
Yeah.
And that shit's gonna be fire. I'm excited to get mine going. Can't lie. But once you have this shit set and you have all the ins and outs, especially, that's why it's gonna be perfect. Same thing I'll be telling Alvy with the reselling. Oh, and now it's Sakibu comedy.
Yeah.
To keep it fucking funny with the reselling.
Hey, it's to keep it funny.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. It's to keep it real.
All right, that's why he's fucked up. He's switching it up.
He change it every week,
me
bro.
up right now.
Yeah, I know. I swear you meant to say to keep it real the first time. But yeah, see, everyone that's why I be telling you, like, nah, fuck the cars. Don't go with the cars, bro, because that's already taking me time to scale. Get into some other shit. and then we all combine our knowledge and our skills.
And
it's cool because if I do the Airbnb, if you have a car that's not rented out, I could put the car on the Airbnb and say, hey, do you want a trail car on the side?
God,
For
linked up,
some
and
shit
you
like
guys
that?
reselling cars, big car flippers. That's gonna be a big plot. It's gonna be exciting.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
What's
Up?
sure,
We
for
about to get into
topics?
some shit?
Topics?
We
We're
about to
talking.
get into some
Let's
shit?
get it. Hey, we got some crazy ass topics.
Come on,
about
bro.
the
Let's talk.
blower.
No, let's talk about the fit, bro. So, you've had some
Hey,
extravagant
wait,
fits
hold
in the
on,
past. What happened
Oh,
today?
shit, for
That's-
real.
see, I thought maybe you would have been the one said you had a rough day, or maybe, maybe like you
Was
said,
it that bad?
I woke up an
Yo,
hour
it's
before the
those
pod.
sweats, dog. You got like, what are those called?
Bro, I
Bell
saw you
bottom
yesterday,
sweats?
bro.
Hey.
Like,
Oh, I
come
think those are
on.
different ones. Those might be different. I think those might be different.
Yo,
Those are
these are
different.
these are like
Oh,
the sweats
okay.
that they give inmates in prison, dog. Like, come on, son.
Hey, bro, what the
What
fuck are you wearing?
I'm
You got
wearing
on shorts.
It's hot
You
as
got
hell.
the booty shorts on
With a fucking
today.
purple hoodie.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, with
some
them weak
purple
ass
hoodie.
glasses.
I'm motherfucking Barney.
This
Who
nigga
the
got on
fuck
slides.
is
And
you?
this nigga got on slides.
No,
and
they can't see the
sandals.
feet. They can't see the
Exactly.
feet. They see the finesse drip. They see the finesse season.
We can't even see the.
I even got the hood up so they can
That's
see the.
Boo-foo.
Yeah, bro. How come you didn't just wear your Bart Simpson one though? You already have another. Why do you have two purple hoodies? You
Well,
only need one
because
purple
my
hoodie.
Bart Simpson one was damaged by someone, and she bought me this. Loser.
Hey, man, nobody gives a fuck about what y'all talking about.
Nah. I would be so mad if someone damaged a
nigga.
fucking perfect Bart Simpson
my
hoodie
favorite.
and they get you back a fucking C9 fucking generic
Give
hoodie.
me a fucking champion.
That's only. Oh, sorry, champion. My bad. I'm tripping. If you layer it, it's hard though. If you had like a,
yeah.
New York
This
vibes.
was like a little fuck. Dad ain't
Hey,
alive.
who was it, bro? Come on,
Damn.
spill the beans.
Huh?
Who was it?
No, dog. I'd rather keep my peoples to myself. Ain't nobody need to know about the world. No world.
Is
need
it
to
the
know
same?
about
Oh,
this.
okay, fine. If
Man,
it's a
fuck
girl,
what y'all
fine.
talking
If it's a
about,
girl, fine. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
these
fuck
sweats
it.
is fire. Every time I wear them, I get compliments. All right.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
mother-
by
this-
motherfuckers that
must
used
go-
to be
well,
felons.
You must go into Nike with them joints. Of course they're gonna
Hell
compliment and be
yeah,
like, oh,
nigga.
those
This
nice, comfy.
this
Hey, wear that
motherfucker-
on Rodeo Drive or some shit.
I will.
Now you
bitch.
look rich. You
Hey,
do that. To be
baggies-
They
honest.
go
baggies back
and hold a
in.
cup. They'll just put change in there for you.
Hell no, hella fucking change. Baggies back in. That's the style. I be getting compliments on my pro club and my chain. Fuck y'all.
You think you Billie Eilish or something?
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Fuck it, man. All right, what's the first shit we want to get into? All right, if we talk about the Johnny Depp stuff. First of all, I love great entertainment, man. Isn't it wild? You can file a defamation suit against your former wife, and like you just want to handle this in court. Yet the entire world is able to watch and scrutinize and see every single day on camera. It's wild. This is the best reality TV we've had in a minute.
For real.
Well,
And
I don't want to
this
say in a minute. We got some good Netflix.
Yeah, we had
and
Kanye. We had a bunch of shit.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some pretty good shit, man.
I forget how many things we be covering, and then something new comes out, completely forget about it.
But this is like
Recency bias is wild.
But this has to be one of the biggest things. Like I know there's things that go in the culture that'll be big, but everyone is talking about this. Any demographic, every age, everyone knows Johnny Depp. So you could be like a 60-year-old white dude or a 20-year-old Mexican kid. You following this shit.
You know, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard used to come into this restaurant I used to work at. So always come in.
Was she
always
throwing
come
plates?
in.
Yeah, she
Nah.
was beating his ass. She spat in his face at the table or
Stab
what?
his hand with a fork.
On God, he reached for the bread too quick. She
Yeah.
stabbed his hand.
Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. They always get some fancy ass wine and shit. But my manager at the time, he was like, "Yo, I'd do anything just to even take a sniff of a pussy." And I was like,
That's
"Yo,
disgusting.
what the fuck?" But he was always serving the wine to her, so he was always being extra. He never
Bro,
got none.
Amber Heard, and maybe just because I'm only seen her in the court cases, I really didn't know shit about her before this. She looks like one of them girls, like back in when movies were in black and white, she would have been so bad. Like back in that day.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, bro, they would just have these like white blonde girls, just like skinny. And they was like the most beautiful woman in Hollywood.
Like the Marilyn Monroe type
Marilyn Monroe,
era,
for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
I didn't wanna
Hollywood
say-
glam.
I didn't wanna say-
No, that one. No, okay, not the most recent one because she looked like shit. She had.
Hey, every time he started talking about some shit that happened, bro, she got that look on her face like she want to cry. Like she don't even, bro, she needs to play it off better. Like roll your eyes, act dismissive,
Scoff,
act,
yeah,
like
breathe,
scoff,
yeah,
laugh.
yeah,
shit.
someone needs to write her lines in or
Bro,
something.
every
you know?
time he up there talking, she just like, I'm like, bro, you didn't want to work on this? You actor too, by the way. Like you sitting there looking like, dang, he really telling him everything I did. Like she's hearing it back in his words, getting like, dang, I really did all that shit. She needs to put on some type of poker face, bro.
She's
But
she's over there doodling and shit.
Eventually, and even that, I'm like, okay, that's progress. She's doing a little something, but obviously, I assume everyone's heard. But actually, you have more of a timeline of their shit. But I mean, the brief rundown is The man is taking his former wife, who accused him of what did she accuse him of?
It was an abusive relationship.
Just abuse overall, sexual, or was there any sexual harassment she abused him of, or just physical?
Just physical.
Yeah, so she accused him of all that, and then you know how this Me Too stuff goes, cancel stuff goes. He lost all his roles. He lost so much stuff. He's not in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was not in the new Harry Potter he was apparently supposed to be cast in. It really just derailed his career. And now he's doing what do I always say when someone gets accused of rape? I say, if you really didn't do it, you need to file a defamation suit against whoever it is. Even if they got no money, file the suit, because that lets me know, oh yeah, that's you're trying to hold that person accountable, because you truly are going to prove in court I had nothing to do with what they accused me of, and now they need to bear the consequences. Yeah. So that's what he's in court doing. Which I didn't understand at first when I saw him at the stand. It always just looks bad when you see someone at the stand testifying, but then it started to make more and more sense.
And he just talks super slow, bro.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's
slow.
doing it on purpose.
Super slow.
Maybe.
It's like, certainly is.
Yeah, he has like a stutter.
Yeah,
he uses very
slow.
key words too. What was he say? It was grotesque.
Yeah. Some of that shit was funny, bro.
It's bizarre.
It really is one of the. It's such a crazy case. But yeah, so he's there trying to file this, he's filed the defamation suit. She's in court basically to defend herself. Yeah. So he wants to be there. That's the thing that people need to understand when they're watching this stuff back. Mm-hmm. She does not want to be there. She's the one getting sued. Him, he signed up for it. That's why his demeanor is a little different, even when they're talking about stuff that's uncomfortable for him, like him raging, talking about, you poured a mega pint size of glass. He said, a mega pint? There was a bunch of shit. It's funny, but that's why his demeanor is the way it is. Meanwhile, her, she looking like she about to break down and cry throughout the entire time. Yeah. Like, she never thought none of this would happen.
She doing the Kim Kanye
yes
cry face.
What's the timeline? Then I guess we'll just kind of jump around from like random bits. But later on, guys, we're gonna be shooting a full breakdown of specific footage, and we're gonna post that later on the platform. Hilarious. But we don't want to draw y'all through like 30 minutes of this shit. So we'll just kind of jump around.
Here's an expedited timeline. All right, 2009. Depp and Heard first met on the set of the film The Rum Diary.
Ooh.
Right? We're gonna skip ahead.
Star-crossed lovers.
2012. Depp and his longtime partner Vanessa Paradis, who share 2 children. They parted ways in 2012. Heard and Depp began dating and later got engaged in 2014.
Ooh. They liked each other.
2014, that's when I graduated, man.
All right. 2015. Depp and Heard married in a private ceremony. Whose idea was it?
What?
The private ceremony.
Private ceremony? Yeah. Hey, low-key dude. I can see it, though. Johnny Depp, you low-key guy.
Yeah. All right.
Unless he's on court on national TV.
Okay. 1 year later, 2016, Heard filed for divorce after 15 months of marriage. She obtained 15.
All that shit was after only 15 months? All the shit we heard, yo.
Crazy, right? Wow. All right. She obtained a temporary restraining order against Depp, claiming he abused her while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Depp denied the accusations, and a $7 million settlement was reached out of court in August 2016. Heard pledged to donate the money to charity.
Believe women. If she said it, it's true.
That's hilarious. All right, 2018, Heard penned an op-ed for the Washington Post in December of 2018 about the treatment of women in domestic abuse cases. She did not mention Depp by name, all right? So she starts parading around saying, I'm the poster child for women getting beat, all right? Whatever. 2019.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, 2019, Depp sued Heard for $50 million for defamation over her Washington Post piece, claiming it cost him lucrative acting work. Heard was unsuccessful in her effort to get the lawsuit dismissed. Her $100 million countersuit case is ongoing. All right, that's pretty much it. 2022.
I just can't believe this man is trying to defend himself. What a shame.
Wow.
Believe women.
Wow.
He needs to be locked up somewhere.
All right. Do you think he's a bitch for saying that?
No.
No.
Calling everyone bitches, bro. Okay, sorry. Go on.
How do y'all feel about him feeling like he was abused by the hits of this 115
bro?
Pound
No, she
woman?
fucked him up.
She was fucking up.
Bro, okay, one of the things, bro, and we're gonna cover this later, bro. Yeah. He was trying to, and one of the first you hear audio of them talking about, like, they're arguing about this previous argument they had, and he was kind of loosely talking about her punching him. She's like, I didn't punch you, I hit you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what my hands were doing.
I didn't full on deck you.
Yeah, you're acting like I decked you. You're fine or whatever, right? So what happens, right? According to him, he's running from her, and in that argument too, by the way, he's like, you start throwing pots and pans. Okay, so we're just gonna talk about what we both do wrong.
Yeah.
No, you throwing pots and pans. I had to run. So he's trying to close the bathroom door to get away from her, right? And then she starts being like, ow, my foot. So he stops and he goes to bend to see if the foot is caught in the door. She gonna kick the door open, boom, cracks him straight in the head. Yeah. He backs up like dazed, like, what the fuck, straight in the head. And then she walks in, you thinking she gonna be like, oh, I didn't mean to do it. I know your head would be there. She walks up on bro, boom, fires on him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the way he told her in court, he's like, hits.
Yeah.
He was straight in a movie, bro. But she goes in and fires on him like she was beating his
Crazy.
ass. Another instance he talked about. He's sitting on the bed reading a book. It's so funny when he describes this shit because it's like his personality, the way he flows. He's sitting there reading a book. She comes in the bed and starts talking about how much she hates him, how horrible of a person she is,
weak.
going off on him. He's weak. He says he doesn't stop reading the book. He's like, I'm not going to give her the reaction she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
She then comes around the bed and starts, boom, unloading on him.
Whoa.
She should have been a fighter, bro. So she's, boom, just letting him rip on him. He grabs her, sits her down on the bed, and was like, are you done now? And like, why don't you do it again? Or she said something like, basically saying like, is that, you want to keep hitting me? Boom, hits him. I think that's when he did the little demonstration. Hits him again. He's like, is that all right? Is that it? Are you done now? Boom. And then she hits him again a second time. And then he's like, all right, you're done. And then he didn't go on more about that.
And then she
went
was
to fucking
Coachella.
him up, bro. Yeah. And then when she went to
Yeah, bro.
when she went to Coachella, I might be fucking up little details, but the gist is she went to Coachella. He decided, all right, while she's gone, I'm gonna go to check out the place and take the rest of my stuff. This is after he's already moved out.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he had someone go there before him. Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah,
because
he didn't see himself.
They went and she, I guess, knew he was gonna be getting her the stuff back. The person goes for him and they send him a picture like, hey, now is not the good time for you to come over here. She shat and smeared it all over the bed.
Yeah. On his side of the bed.
On his side of the bed, all over.
Human fecal matter.
Man,
It was grotesque.
It was hilarious.
you can't be with white
Bizarre
women.
woman.
Bizarre.
Is this saying something about, is she casting a light on all white women? Or is she just adding to the narrative that is also true
Bitches be
about
crazy.
white women?
I don't know if it's white. Okay.
Let's just keep it strictly on the whites.
Keep strictly on the whites.
Let's do the right thing, guys.
All right, if we talking strictly on the whites, as a melanated person, there's been so many of us have died over false rape claims. So this isn't a rape claim, but this is like a
and
false
Johnny Depp's
beating.
a little bit black.
He's black enough. So
Wait, seriously?
what this?
He's got a little tan in him. You don't know.
Oh,
what
okay. He got a little bit of melanin in him.
You don't know his ancestry chart. He probably has someone black in the family. You saw how he was handling
I
shit
thought,
up there.
don't we all?
You're right.
for
Yeah,
sure.
You're right.
don't
we
we
are
all?
the original
So-
Israelites.
So I could say cameras.
Look at Alvy sleeping on the job. See, this is the same thing happened with Melvin. SMH. You know we fired Melvin, right? Alright, go on.
Okay. You said strictly the whites. Okay, if she is putting a light onto white women and how they are,
They're fucking liars. They're fucking Karens. All right, they're awful people.
Yep.
Fucking cold-hearted lizards, bro. You see what the fuck she's doing?
He said it, not me, but it's all true.
The aspect of
You know what happened to Emmett Till?
Yep.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly. So look, the aspect is like, okay, you're gonna go and tell everybody that, oh, he was abusive of me. Play the victim, and then all this shit comes out about you. Now you're not the victim. Now he's giving his side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
There's
the
this
way
one
she's
part-
sitting there, she looked like the victim, bro. She getting her ass dragged in court, boy.
Yeah,
She
for
said,
sure.
I never seen someone's lips go
Yeah.
that bad. It looked like the emoji. I'll be sending that
sure.
emoji with a
It
little
looked like the
cricket
guy
face.
that got knocked out by Mike Tyson on the plane.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
yeah,
They had
yeah.
this, and what do they have in common, you guys?
The whites.
Shout out my
I think you're onto something.
I've been trying to fuel. This has been on my agenda since we started the pod.
This race war.
And Pod 60, I'm gonna keep at it. You know.
She also said that there was a recording of her saying that, oh, you think that I'm not saying the right words exactly, but she's
judge,
trying to claim
jury.
that you think that the jury and the judge is going to believe you as a big, strong man who can't take punches
Yeah.
or being abused by me. And I was just like, yo, that is the inner white.
They're gonna think Amber
showing
Heard hurt
perfectly.
you, like, bro. That's fucking
Yo,
easy.
most boss thing out of that entire shit on Johnny Depp's side.
When he said he wanted to fuck her throat or something.
Okay, so look, I'll tell you exactly what he said. He said, I have other uses for your throat.
Yeah.
That doesn't include injury. Nasty.
Dirty
I wonder what her
boy.
response was.
Bro, he's so poetic, bro. That's just great.
Bro, where does he get his British accent from?
No one knows. I looked it up.
He's from
bro.
Kentucky, bro. I was googling it
I looked
earlier
it
as
up.
well.
I was like, why does he have a British accent?
and why is no one pressing him more? Like every interview, I'd be like, so where did you first develop this accent? Because I mean, we got to interview his parents, bro. We got to
It
get
was
him on the
probably a
pod.
role,
See if they
bro.
got
Jack
accent.
Sparrow.
It was probably a role.
This nigga lived out Jack
he-
Sparrow the rest of his time.
Exactly.
Fucking Jack Sparrow versus Amber Turd.
Now,
Amber turd.
and the thing that's crazy, it's wild when you're in that relationship, 15 months, and like they're both just recording each other nonstop. It seemed like I was telling them we were watching. Like I swear they're gonna, you know, if they have to put all the excerpts in and give all this bullshit info in court, they're gonna be like, oh, and at this point, Mr. Depp's audio cut out, and then we had to cut into Amber Heard's.
Yeah.
Picked up right where it left off, though, but luckily we had both
Crazy.
audios from both of them. They really were recording each other nonstop because she was also recording him when he was tweaking. And let's not get it twisted. Like, he was for show on some drugs. Drunk,
yeah.
Just partying.
alcohol issue. Like,
he did coke a few times with Marilyn Monroe.
Ecstasy.
oh, God, he did all types of drugs, and he was fucked up. One of the days he was, like, slamming cabinets. He poured the mega pint of wine. He said, I felt I needed it. That shit was funny.
He did write in blood, though. Hold on, I did find
Yeah,
out.
so what did he write in blood?
so-
Okay, go ahead.
She did a movie with Billy Bob Thornton, and so it was. Let me see. Exactly
Billy Bob
what he wrote.
Thornton.
Oh yeah, there's rumors of them fucking.
But you know what's interesting about Billy Bob Thornton? When him and Angelina Jolie were together, they both carried a vial of blood around their necks.
oh, he was.
So maybe
Dicking it down.
he was like a little subliminal, you know? He's like, you know.
Billy Bob. Okay, so he wrote Billy Bob and Easy Amber. So he wrote like all over the wall. Then he wrote on this lampshade. And so after he got cut from fucking Amber Heard throwing the bottle at him.
Oh, so she cut him.
Yeah, she cut him.
Man, write whatever you want,
Yeah,
play.
bro.
I thought he just cut him. So I would have said, yo, they
She
both
cut
had
him.
some issues.
So then he wrote Billy Bob and Easy Amber. And so that cut's hilarious too because he dressed up as Jack Sparrow and went to the children's hospital that she was supposed to donate the money to. Right? She ended up not donating the money to. So he was at the children's hospital, right? And so the girl was like, what happened to your finger? Why is it cut? He was like, oh, don't worry about that. It's just, a little bruise or something like that.
I like it, Johnny Depp.
But now we know this bitch fucking Amber threw some shit at him and cut his fucking finger.
So there's a recording of him and Amber talking, and he's like, "Oh, that time that I chopped my finger." So that was like a big part of the case.
Oh, because he said it?
because it sounds like he says it, but she's also talking in between. So you can't really tell if he said it was that time I chopped my finger. But
Ooh, okay.
he's claiming something else. He's saying that it was the time my finger was chopped or something.
Yeah, because what I got from the court case too, they were saying how he was freaking out about finding his finger again. So I guess like a penis that got nubbed off, and so
you
he had
gotta
to go to the
find that
doctor
shit,
and
bro.
get it
Because
back.
you do it quick,
Yeah.
you gotta put it in ice. That's what they say. Put it in ice and go straight to the hospital.
Yeah, bro.
Dang, so she cut off a big chunk of his finger.
Bro, there's so many different
was-
angles to this shit. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I know. I'm just thinking of them as we go. Another one he was talking about. I guess they had some type of like scuffle, and then she'd been like, "Oh, like real great, Johnny. You just broke my nose." Like she came back in or something. Like you just broke my nose and like showed the red on her hands. And he said there was like red matter that appeared to be blood. It was a red matter. And then she was saying like, yeah, you broke my nose. Great. Like, this is like real great, whatever. And he's like trying to calm things down. Like, oh, like, come on, show me, like, let me see. And she won't let him see it. And she was like covering it with tissue and stuff. And he said, after that, I went to go check to see. I waited for her to dispose of it so I could check. And then he looks and it was nail polish. Cat.
Wow.
Whoa.
Story of the whites.
Whoa.
Wow.
All that time she spent on set, she can't just buy no fake blood. Because the fake blood, he wouldn't have been able to tell. He would have said,
Exactly.
dang, it might be real.
Or something.
But you can't just be like, I broke my nose and not have to go straight to a doctor.
But-
And your
but-
nose is going to look fucked up.
Why would an actress need fake blood at her house when her job is acting and they would just have it on set? You know what I mean?
she
If
was
you're
about to
going to
say-
fake a broken nose, I'm
I
saying.
thought she was about to take a whole nother route. I thought she was about to say she has blood. Like, why does she need fake blood when she could just
Use
bleed
her period?
naturally? Yeah, like damn. Okay.
Sick. It seemed like she was always on hers with the
Yeah,
what we were
for
hearing.
sure.
That shit's wild, bro. The whole thing is wild. It's just like a bad. It's like the nightmare scenario. But also him, you could tell he has trauma, and he talked about it on the court case of
Yeah.
like his mom and stuff. And he basically was. It seemed like his mom was not a good mother to him, the way he described. And I could see why he has this attachment to this woman that treats him so horribly. Because even when he was talking about the divorce, I didn't want to put that we had irreconcilable differences. I didn't want to
wanted to work
look
it
at it
out.
like that. I wanted to look at it as a loving piece. And he has all this poetic shit he starts talking about all the time. But he definitely has an attachment to women that fuck him up. And she was
that's a
fucking
great
him
take.
up, bro.
Yeah, especially because it's like I feel like a lot of people we will just kind of go back to what we were raised with, and you got to like break out of
His
those.
mom's probably fucking him up.
Yeah, and especially like that's
Decking 'em.
that's
Yeah.
a crazy attachment.
I'm just playing. I don't know. But yeah,
Shit in his
someone's
bed.
not right there.
Bro, imagine your mom shits in your bed.
She has more right to. When you're younger, like, at least it's like she paid the bill. She's like, you want to act like a little shit? I'm going to shit on your bed. And, like, it's yours to deal with. Like, you don't want to make your bed? All right, cool.
No,
Let me
I
give you
bet.
something to make the bed up for. But you and my wife, and that's crazy. You can't even look at someone the same. Like, but also after someone is shit on your bed, what won't they do, bro? Like, you can't put anything past them at that point. They might kill you, might slit your throat in the night. Like,
sure.
And it wouldn't be a big shock. Like, the same person that shat and smeared it, you know, she had to smear it with her hand, bro, all over the bed. She might kill you, bro.
How the hell did Elon Musk deal with Amber Heard?
He didn't.
Not for long, apparently.
Yeah.
But he's wild for even dealing with her in the first place.
Yeah.
How they were married or just dating?
Nah, they were.
She probably shit on a robot, and that was it.
They
He
were
was like, I can't handle her no more.
I heard they were dating like right after the abusive allegations surfaced.
Elon probably got hit once. He's like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm too rich for this shit.
Elon knew quick, and they wanted him to testify. And he said, nope, I am not getting in that. I'm cool.
Oh.
He got enough shit going on. We're going to get into that as well. But he got enough going on. I could definitely see why he's like, bro, I know I dated this crazy motherfucker, but I am not going to partake. Oh, so what did they diagnose her with?
BPD.
Bipolar?
No. It's multiple personality.
I heard the multiple
disorder.
personalities. Was there another thing too?
It's heuristic personality disorder.
I think it's historic personality disorder.
Historic.
You're so stupid. Look at him. Look at
wait,
him.
seriously? Is that what it is?
No, I was
you
just
know it better
bullshitting.
than him.
I was just bullshitting.
Oh, okay, I thought it was.
No, I saw something that started with an H, but it made me think of historic when I saw it, but I didn't actually see what it
Motherfucker
was.
tricked me, bro.
He's like, yeah,
But yeah,
historic.
they were talking about the psychologist was saying the
This bitch is
psychologist
crazy. In science
That's
terms.
basically what she
basically
said.
in layman's terms, right? But she was saying that Amber Heard is a very like socially intelligent woman. She's very charming.
The whites are.
She's very good at that.
Yes.
But also like she was very good at holding back or minimizing detail about her feelings or like how
Her wrongdoings.
her
like how she's fucked
wrongdoings.
up?
Yeah. So she would do that, and then what was the other thing? She said that she would be able to do that, but a lot people like her they'll kind of. Even if you tell them to leave from like the house or something, they'll still keep coming towards you.
That's just
they'll
annoying.
start yelling. They'll start fighting against you. They will become abusive, and that's what the psychologist said, and that definitely exposed her in this case the worst way possible. You shit in the bed, we thought that was bad, but when the psychologist came,
Yeah.
and she was given every detail of like her diagnosis. She was going in on Amber Heard.
I mean, it was awful hearing the fucking tapes back because you heard her verbally and going back and forth with fucking Johnny about the shit. But no, the doctor was a nail in the coffin, bro. She named like 40 different doctors that she talked to.
At what point should Johnny have just slapped her though?
Well,
That's what I'm trying to figure out. When is it acceptable for him to just slap her once and
that's
get
what
out?
I think, right? Because he said at one point he grabbed her and by the shoulders, right? And I think he should have shook. Like, you can't hit her, but you gotta shake the fuck out of her, right? And it's crazy because you have no control over that. If she's sitting there abusing you, calling you weak, and saying all that other shit, she wants you to turn up on her, and that's not good. Because like, if
He
you
would have fucked the whole thing up if he actually had put hands on her at one point.
but I don't think it was like she trying to set him up like that. Like, she probably needs some sexual dominance or something like that. Maybe he not doing enough in the bed. Because like, if a girl's like abusing you and she's like, "Oh, you're weak. You won't fucking do shit. You're fucking weak." Like all this type of shit.
He didn't fuck the shit out of her.
You're a little boy. All that shit.
She is stupid.
and then she's introducing violence to this shit. It's like you're testing the guy. Like, you obviously want this nigga to just smack the shit out you.
Yeah.
Like,
but bro,
choke
honestly,
you, force you down, and
the
just
way
fucking,
she was though, like when they both trying to record and like get stuff to make it seem a certain way, man, if she egging you on like that, she probably does have the shit.
Yeah.
Got the shit rigged
Also,
up.
we also got to remember that they're both actors,
yeah.
and we don't know exactly what.
How much of an
happened
actor is Amber Heard though?
Amber Heard,
How many movies has she been in?
Yeah, no.
Several.
Her acting career at this point is
I'm
like
trying to remember the
non-existent. People
names.
know her now more so. For
No,
this.
you're probably right. Several, 3.
Nah, yeah, I can't remember the movie names because I never remember movie names.
She was in Superman or something, wasn't she?
She was Aquawoman in one of the
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
Aquawoman.
Aquawoman.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that was
Okay,
a
that's a
good
big part. Okay, so she actress.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, well, that's why they're both actors, so it's like whatever they're putting in the
Him
court,
more than
it's-
her though.
For sure.
No, I'm just-
I never
shit up,
seen
man.
her before the case. Like,
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I was
Weird introduction. Can't lie.
What could, like, okay, your girlfriend or your significant other, wife, whatever, does all the shit that Amber Heard does.
Yeah.
Right. Why would you stay with her? Like, what is it? The money?
You know exactly why.
Is it the, what is it?
That
That
throat.
poom poom. Oh yeah, the throat too. The
gotta be
poom poom must be
something,
something wild.
Yeah,
You know she got to be packing something crazy.
She's packing.
Nah.
that clitoris is heavy.
It probably.
Packing, I'm dead. I'm stupid. That came out wrong.
wet.
Came out wrong.
Cause right, okay, a defamation suit comes out, and then Elon's like, "Yeah, I can get her."
Nah. He got her when she still looked like the victim. When she was
Oh,
saying
true.
that Now he's like, don't want nothing to do with it.
Yo.
What if it came out that Johnny Depp was still fucking her like during this case?
Maybe.
Like they're going in during the breaks, they're in the little side
Yeah,
room.
all you hear it. You just hear it on the audio. You hear Johnny Depp's recording come back.
The plaintiff was fucking the defendant in the other court. There was
Case
sexual.
dismissed.
He's fucking her in the bathroom. He's like, yeah, bitch, this is where you take shits.
He's like, don't worry. After this whole thing is over, we'll work things out. Don't worry about it.
That's hilarious. Johnny is a wild boy. Maybe they have some shit play going on.
They for sure on some. They're both wild. Like he's a wild dude.
Do you think after this case, once Johnny's in the clear, you think he's gonna get
I
more
hope
movies?
so. I really
And
hope so.
Also, do you think Amber Heard is gonna get more movies?
For
Fuck
sure.
no, baby.
What?
Hell nah.
Oh, I
Who you
think-
saying what to? Him or me?
You.
Hell nah. She not getting no movies. I just had to figure who I'm gonna argue with.
Oh my god, I think she's definitely gonna get movies. Are you
Okay,
kidding
why
me?
do you think she'll
After-
get more movies?
Who the hell is gonna cast her, bro? She's a fucking train wreck. She's a mental health case.
They're not
And-
casting her as a wife. They're casting her as an actress.
She gonna be in a horror movie?
Maybe.
Yeah.
She'd
Bro,
be
I don't
perfect
think
for
nobody
that
with
role.
a budget is like, let me go make Amber Heard some mill right now. Let me get her stacked up. They're probably. I feel like
Nah.
everyone's gonna move away. And she fucked up movies, bro. All the people that were like, nah, they did the same thing that they did in the Tory and Megan Smollett case. They were just gonna assume that everything that someone is accused of is accurate, and we're gonna start blackballing them. And that's what happened to them. So now they all have to sit in the bed of shit that they made, similar to the one that Amber Heard made against Johnny Depp,
Bro.
And they got to deal with those repercussions. Because imagine you could have had Johnny Depp in your movie. You could have had him in this one, that one. You guys had to cast totally differently, and you know he would have been a hit. You fucked up your own business for this dummy.
Hold up. But if I'm a motherfucking director and I'm making a psychological thriller, who the fuck will be my lead woman?
Because she don't even
Amber
have to
Amber
act. She don't even have to
fucking
act.
Heard.
Yeah, hell no. Just
Exactly.
Be yourself. Be
She's
yourself.
like, be your fucking self, and you're gonna bring out the most beautiful piece of art because it's true to you.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm definitely casting Amber Heard for hella movies.
Amber's
Yeah.
a thotty, bro. Let's just be real.
I
Maybe not like
it.
a big, Hollywood studio because everybody's going woke now. So it's like, oh, if you cast Amber Heard,
They're going
we're not gonna-
reverse woke. Now they're like, oh, we got to change our wokeness to the person we were backing originally.
I wonder what the feminists are saying about this case.
Nah, you know who they're gonna make a movie about?
It's been silent.
Casey Anthony's and Amber Heard will be the star.
Oh, you're on to
Dog.
something. You're fucking on to something, bro.
Oh, she'd fucking kill
The studio's
that
gonna be
role.
A24. I know y'all don't know the studio, but
I know the studio.
A24 for sure. They can cast Amber Heard.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Is that a porn studio or something?
Nah, it's like a
She
smaller,
should
yeah.
start an OnlyFans if she really
Reality
wants to get that
Kings.
bag.
Anybody can start OnlyFans to get it back.
Anyone, yeah, bro. Yeah, what I was saying when I forgot who we were talking about. And I was saying if you start to OnlyFans, it'll crack. Amber Heard, bro, she would go crazy on OnlyFans. That's the bag. She don't have to work the rest of her life. Just start on OnlyFans, put out 2 videos. Shit's gonna go up.
Bro, everybody always thinks that anybody with a big name, a big woman not big woman, anybody with a big ass
Lizzo?
name,
Lizzo
they
OnlyFans?
open up an OnlyFans, it's gonna go wild.
It will.
Because it's true.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, bro, it will 100%. It's because that's the thing. It's a paywall. So the content. But remember, Bella Thorne did that shit. Everyone was so
Bad
mad.
Baby, 50 million.
And Bad Baby, her shit ran up quick, and Saqib got his with the quickness. He's like, bro, she's
Exactly.
18. It's not weird.
I had to get a new phone.
See, you can't play along when I'm saying that shit. See, now you 18. You one of them guys. Hey, 18's cool, bro. She's
oh
legal.
shit, damn, why the fuck you gotta say the 18 part?
That's the first thing I said. You said I got 2 phones on it.
Hilarious.
Bro, yeah, anyone can make because OnlyFans, it's a paywall. You don't have to actually produce good content. It's not like YouTube where the content is gonna carry you. Nah, make the paywall. On the first day, it's gonna rip. You could just finesse everyone like Bella Thorne did. SMH. Finesse, big finesse. Shout out to finesse season, man. You know the fucking vibes.
Gang.
Oh, what's up?
Speaking of big finessers, actually, no, we're not on that. We got to go on this Megan Fox tangent.
Let's go,
Little more
Megan.
lighthearted. Although this was kind of funny either way. Megan Fox did an interview
A
talking
second
about
crazy white
her
woman.
and speaking of crazy white women, that's how we should have started it. She did an interview with what's it called, Glamour magazine UK, where she talked a lot about her life, her relationship, her kids, specifically her relationship with MGK, and there's a bunch of weird stuff from it, bro. She's like the type that you just hate to listen to, and they think that you hate to listen to them because they're too smart, they're too intellectual, and you're not on that level. You're like, no, bro, like you're dumbing me down if I keep listening to this bull. He has this Piscean energy, and I found all this stuff that revealed
You are
in me.
delusional.
Bro, she's just talking a bunch of bullshit. Like, it's hard to listen to. I won't lie to you. I'll play the tape now.
Why are you even watching this?
We're trying to get enlightened, bro. See, I gotta start talking over the ad, and then it'll be like the ad never
Fuck this
happened.
ad.
I wasn't allowed to be a human. I
Oh
was a
God.
topic
Okay, all right, wait,
Wait,
pause,
let's just
pause.
look at the
let's
intro.
see the intro at least.
Just look at the intro. You'll get a
to
vibe
be
for
a
it.
human. I was a topic of conversation and gossip and punchlines. It's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood.
Okay,
Oh.
pause. All right, now remember I said, okay, I'm gonna ask you first. Who does she look like? Another celebrity. We talk about her all the time. Dun, 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 dun. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, you think so?
Do you not see the connection? Kim
Oh, a little.
Kardashian.
Yeah, I can see it a
and
little.
this bitch is talking about drinking blood. She's connected with Courtney. She's connected with Kanye.
Oh, shit. And they said they go on double dates with
They
Courtney.
go on double dates doing fucking drugs and shit. She's talking about doing fucking drinking blood.
And look at those nails. Don't they
Look at
just
the
look
nails. This bitch looks crazy.
Ew.
All right.
I bet she got red bottoms on too.
Probably.
Oh.
All right. And remember I said Kim Kardashian's the witch. That's all I gotta say.
No, I mean, you made some valid points there. You might be onto something.
That hadn't been
Fucking
say.
on periods, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
He's dicking it down on that period. Soon as that shit comes out, it's all over his stomach. He's
Yeah,
like,
feed
oh,
me.
yeah.
Dude,
And then
he's
he
a-
nuts on his own stomach, and then she slurps it up.
Bro,
it
but
makes total sense.
Is that shit not mad weird? The whole blood shit.
The blood shit's hella
'Cause
weird.
They're just weird, bro. Like
Yeah.
they're one of the couples you just see everything I learn about them. I'm just like, I don't ever want to learn anything else about you guys. Even the way she describes it, her little take my blood. That's not cute, bro.
Yeah.
It's not cute. It's weird.
Yeah.
Hear
very
me out.
weird.
Hear me out.
No.
They are gonna get kicked out of the Illuminati just because of this video.
They're not in the.
I'm telling you. Think about it. They're like,
weak
you're
ass.
exposing the secrets. Why'd you have to say rituals?
Bro, yeah. And
See,
she,
but it's not even exposing the secret. Like, people have been knowing about this shit for the longest time, bro. People have been saying, like, Hollywood has a lot of weird shit going on. So this is nothing
well,
new.
she said
People
they
like
did it
you.
after they got engaged or something. It was like them two doing this shit. The whole thing is just weird, bro. And then she tries to say it like it's not. They act like we're Game of Thrones drinking blood. It was just for
Goblets.
ritual. Bro, no one thought that. Did someone really say like, oh yeah, they drink gallons of each other's blood? What, y'all bleeding a lot? Y'all got to go to the hospital for like fucking loss of blood? No, bro. Everyone figured you're going to get some drops of each other's blood and drink that shit. Sometimes people just be sounding a little stupid, Tory.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, sound a little dumb to me. Also, all right, come on. Last thing. Smearing each other's blood together, bro. I just get it. Like, maybe you feel like it's ritual. Anyone, you could do that with anybody. Go cut your hand. They cut theirs. Dap it up with them. Great. We've
Yeah.
mixed blood
Like
together.
a blood pack.
Yeah, and that's what that's some straight
Hangover.
Illuminati shit.
Yeah.
And hangover. Yeah, bro. Man, come on, bro. We could all do that. Like, you know how many things we could just mix. There's a lot of things. It's
But
just
my
not
thing
that
is,
special.
like, why would you go on Glamour Magazine UK and then just openly say
they think
that
it's
shit?
cute, Tori. They think this shit is all cute to us
Fucking fun and games.
because the whites were brought in this world thinking that everything they do is special and everything they do is beautiful and it's their world.
The entitlement.
Meanwhile, if blacks were
technically
doing
it is
this-
their world.
If blacks were doing this would not be talked about. That's all I'm gonna say. You wouldn't be talking about it out loud. It would be that secret Illuminati shit. Now, Mac, what were you saying?
I thought the blacks would be doing this.
Yeah, bro. You go to Africa, they got some pretty crazy rituals over there.
I'm
I
saying
can't
if like a black couple in the
Oh,
media
yeah.
now though, Jay-Z and
Oh, they
Beyonce,
get
they're doing this.
chastised.
Bro, yeah, they're not
White
gonna come
people
out and just
call
say
it
this shit.
ritual. Black people call it magic.
more so like tradition or like you're yeah. I mean,
If we
it's either
talking
way.
some African shit, cool.
Yeah.
But if it was a couple in Hollywood, there's no way they're gonna just
Straight
come
up,
on a Glamour magazine.
Does-
Yeah, so I
does-
smears. We drink each other's blood, and you guys act like it's crazier than it is. It's just ritual. It's a few drops, and then she told me, but he wants to like slit his chest open. Man, you guys are weird. And last thing, sickening.
I love
Fucking
that
gross.
word, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Does
Grotesque.
MGK just talk about this at all or no?
You said who?
Does MGK
I'm sure-
talk
yeah, he
about
probably
this type
has.
of shit or not?
Maybe
Yeah.
his music or something.
Yeah, he talked,
Fucking
bro.
This
But
is
for
like
him,
an emo
it's not even.
kid's dream, man.
He is an emo. He brought emo back.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right, on to the next one.
Out here a lot
Horrible
for
to
long
listen to
periods of
talk
time,
to.
and they
I cannot lie.
have to attend
Yeah.
school.
Now,
which
sorry,
It
how do you
looks like
pronounce
she's
it?
going
is,
through
you know, I
something.
wish that
Yeah,
I
she
could
looks dead in
travel
her eyes. I can't lie
with
to
me
you.
make things a lot
What's it called?
easier.
It's ayahuasca.
cry
How you
a
say
lot.
it? Ayahuasca. I know I've heard a lot of stuff about this. A lot of people go to the shaman, take it, and they be wild and they have some spiritual journey.
Me and Tori, we're shamans right here.
Yeah, would you
sure.
ever take ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you doing it. I mean, I
Probably
just see.
gonna take it
I wouldn't.
butt
I mean,
naked.
hasn't Joe Rogan taken it?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
No,
sure
actually,
Joe
I think he
Mike
might not have
Tyson?
yet. Mike Tyson, because I think Mike Tyson was telling him about it.
Oh, okay.
So ayahuasca, cool. It is just kind of funny as well, though. Like, we need some God in this relationship. Like, what should we turn to? Oh, let's find this.
The way she said it was awful. We need an adrenaline rush of God. Like, so you're still chasing a rush. It's like, let's do some coke to find God.
Exactly. Like maybe tap
like
into
Johnny Depp.
maybe some people tap into a religion or try to, get some spiritual guide. They're like, nah, let's go to the woods and take this ayahuasca tea and just get fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then she's talking about, bro, again, why can they just comfortably brag? Oh, and then this demonic energy was around him. Isn't that cool? Everyone that knows him knows that. Bro,
yeah. It's like, who are
no.
you talking to? She's like, if when I say this to people, everybody would probably react like, oh my God. No, they're just like, yeah, I get it. And I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? That's just like, oh, I get it. That he would have a demonic energy around him.
Probably everyone.
Other
though.
demons.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Like, yeah, this nigga's kind of a demon. Can't lie to you. All
this
right,
bitch.
On to the next one. Let's talk about that before I even let her finish. You cannot say, my son started wearing dresses at 2. Where did he get the dresses from? I started buying my son dresses at 2. He wasn't putting on mommy's dresses.
Yeah.
She capping. That's all.
He just
Noah's great at piano, and she was letting him wear dresses at 2. The whole thing is, it's a little weird. And then she wants to say, I can't help that kids at his school have been taught different things. No, bro, come on now. Let's just be real about it. So when she goes to the bank, when she goes to speak to her financial manager when she first met him, if the nigga came in wearing a full-on dress and shit, like, or say fuck the dress, he was wearing some like old ass English shit, where they have the hats on and all that. She's not looking at him twice. She's gonna be like, oh, it's just because I haven't been taught to usually see this type of thing. This fool has a fucking mascot outfit on. He's dressed like the Clippers stupid ass mascot.
They came in looking like the wigs.
He's like, oh yeah, this is how I like to express myself, ma'am. Is that gonna be a problem with you? I'm still a great financial advisor. She's like, well, you know what? You're so right. I just haven't been taught to see niggas and mascots when they're working a profession. Come on, bro. Obviously, the kids is going to look at your 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old kid different when he's showing up to school wearing a dress because who's buying him his clothes, bro? It's the mom. So, yeah, no one's used to seeing that. If you're more grown, fine, do your thing. But you saying, oh, he's learning about identity and it has nothing, man, just chill with all that. That's all you when he's 2 years old wearing dresses. And we all did shit like that when you 2, maybe you, I'm sure kids have talked about, like, they grabbed their mom's stuff or they were messing around.
I have a picture of me and my mom's wig, like, when I was hella little.
See, like, little shit like that. But your mom didn't go and say, oh, Tory likes wearing wigs. Let me buy him a bunch of wigs. Exactly. This is you now because you like to express yourself that way. Fam, I don't know how I was expressing myself at 3-4 years old, but I'd hope you wouldn't just make that to be who I am, my personality. Tristan used to wear a fucking Superman cape everywhere he went. He wouldn't take that thing off. I hope my mom wouldn't think like, oh, he's going to dress like the superhero for the rest of his life. I'm going to get him even more superhero stuff. So now he can wear that to school. And if they don't get him, they haven't been learning the right things.
Yeah. I mean, that just kind of goes to show where we're going as a society, to show that everybody is in their own ecosystem of beliefs about how they view the world and how they view how other people should view them.
That's the main character syndrome.
Yeah, it's just weird as fuck.
Did you say the white people syndrome?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure we're all speaking the same language here.
Like, I don't know. It's like we're all in the echo chamber of our own thoughts and what we all believe in. Like, I think we talked about it like a few months ago. Like, okay, my YouTube feed is way different than your YouTube feed, so we're gonna get 2 completely different stories about the same, topic. So it's just like, oh, well, my source said this. Well, I trust Ben Shapiro. Well, I trust fucking whatever
Fox.
Or whatever shit. So it's like, oh, I don't trust what you say. Fuck what you say, because you listen to Ben. So it's like an easier way to kind of discredit what somebody else says because you have you're picking sides. Like, we're more divisive.
And since there is an abundance of different types of takes on all these different types of topics, it's like, okay, cool. You have a belief in something, just don't go attack somebody about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's disgusting.
One thing I wanted to say, are we done with the reaction to the video?
Well, I can't listen to nobody named Megan. I think that's actually what I'm getting from this, is that when your name is Megan, you're just bound to be slightly unlikable.
Yeah.
In some Meghan's cases, very unlikable. Meghan Markle, I don't know. When we talk about the royal family, I don't know, bro. She married someone from the royal family. The royal family got a lot of blood on their hands and a lot of weird ties. We don't have to get into conspiracy because I don't know well enough. You probably do.
But she married him and then took him away from the royal family.
And I really liked her. And I really liked her in Suits too. I'm not gonna lie. I really liked her in Suits.
One thing I just want to say on the Megan Fox and the MGK situation, because she also said that they have such a strong bond and all that, and Like, even if it is toxic in some ways, like, they'll still work through it.
That's weird.
That's crazy. And I feel like this comes from a place where she's not in movies like that anymore. And her being with MGK has been, like, the highlight of her career.
Yeah, she's back.
Now. You know? So now she's back in with the Kardashians. Now she's out doing Glamour magazine. All these different types of things. She's getting all this big-ass ego boost, but she's probably not happy with the man that she is. So it's like, she might be feeling like
she's not happy.
No,
happy,
it's just
bro.
because you said with the man that she is. She's not a man. Not that I know, but hey, who knows? She's probably
She's
fluid.
not happy because she doesn't have a soul.
Bro, but the thing is, like, when you can't just be like, oh yeah, our relationship's great even though it's toxic at times. That's a little bit, you're missing what the word toxic is referring to, is that it's unhealthy and that it's not, like, it just doesn't make sense. Now if you said at times we've had to work on our certain toxic tendencies, but you can't just blanket statement and be like, yeah, sometimes it's toxic, but aside from that, it's great. Well,
what?
Toxic is that Johnny Depp shit, okay?
Yeah.
Like the whole, I mean, obviously that's a different level, but you can't say something is good and toxic at the same time. If you're working on it, we've fixed a lot of toxic traits we both found we had. That's one thing. But no, she said, we're really close, really great bond, even though it's toxic at times.
That's how you end up with a head in a lake and an arm in a river.
Oh God, that's some of it. Cutting it up, he cooking the arms. He's got to fucking throw
Left
it in the
dumpy
tub.
on this side of the border, right dumpy on that side.
Acid in the tub. Getting it. We gotta clean this shit up, man.
Or bro, remember the fucking bodies in the house in New Mexico?
Yeah.
Or was it Arizona or something like that?
There's a few of those.
Yeah, the cartel was putting bodies in the house.
They got whole houses, just bodies lining the walls. When
That
they
house
found
is
them.
built on a strong foundation. That's all I'm saying, man.
Fucking decomposing bodies, right?
Crazy.
But yeah, all I know is I don't want to see any more MGK and Megan. You seen the clip, right? The viral one where she's the daddy one where she's like, he said something, and I said, yes, daddy, will you? Yes. So
Anything
cringe,
for
bro.
you,
How do you like
Daddy.
that daddy shit? You like that daddy shit?
No, bro, she made. No, I love the daddy shit.
If she didn't have a father, that's when I like it.
No, I love the daddy shit is great. She found a way to make the daddy shit so unattractive and just disgusting. Like, no, that wasn't cool. There was nothing cool about it. The way you said it, the way you phrased it, the way, bro, I just feel like they think everything they do is so cute, but it's not. Maybe I'm just speaking for not white America. Because for everyone else, bro, we looking at this shit like, bro, that's weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing is weird. Even if you didn't tell us about the blood stuff, the whole thing's just weird, bro.
Yeah.
I can tell she can't cook.
For sure not.
I can just
well,
tell. I'm
well,
just looking at her.
Don't be racist, bro. But we know she can't cook.
I know she can't.
We know she doesn't season a chicken breast, bro. And she's only cooking. She's only cooking chicken breast.
Hey, Cam Newton would not be fucking with her.
She
can't cook and can't shut the fuck up.
She boils her chicken breast. Is basically
For sure.
how she. That's what we're getting at here. Well, yeah, I don't want to hear anything else about them. But when we do hear it, we will definitely be here to cover them. And hopefully we hear some good feedback on what we had to say. The TikTokers are gonna be upset because I feel like the TikTokers be standing them hard. Fuck the TikTok. No, I'm just playing. I love the TikTokers. Love them.
Love the TikTok.
Fix your thumbs.
Straight bent backwards.
Take a break.
Nah, man, we don't take breaks around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next up, no, I'm just playing.
I don't get tired.
All right, it's time to talk about White Kanye.
You like that one? Huh?
Yeah.
All right, it's time to talk about White Kanye.
White Kanye, we in the building.
Yep, Elon Musk.
Oh.
The man has. Well, is there any new news aside? Like, the Twitter shit still has to go through since he bought it. But I feel like we already talked about when he first bought Twitter. But yeah, the man has officially done what he needs to do to buy Twitter, sold Tesla shares to fund it. And now it's just a matter of it got to like officially be signed off by the board of directors and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this man's wild. He has a lot of tweets we want to talk about, so that's cool. And he's in a little bit of some Twitter beef too.
Yep.
Yeah. After he bought it, he said, I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter because that is what free speech means.
Yup.
Boss. What else he got?
Boss.
He wrote, by free speech, I simply mean that which matches the law. I'm against censorship that goes far beyond the law. If people want less free speech, they will ask the government to pass laws to that effect. Therefore, going beyond the law is contrary to the will of the people. This gotta be spitting bars, man.
Oh, God.
And then, so he
a better rapper than Kanye right now.
He tweeted a picture, and it said, free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy.
I could make
and
it
Twitter is
better.
the digital town square where matters... Well, no. And Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital... Where matters vital? What the fuck? where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, said Mr. Musk.
So that's what he was saying. Matters vital to the future of our
Yeah, I don't know why they wrote it. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you said matters that are vital to XYZ.
Where matters oh, I see. Look at me. I'm good at reading, man. Okay.
Don't worry, we'll cut around it. Don't worry.
I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of its users to unlock it.
He making me want to get back on. I'm on Twitter, but I'm gonna start tweeting.
Yeah,
you don't want to see me when I get my Twitter fingers cracking.
Yeah,
I'll be thinking of tweets throughout the day now.
Yo, so after he posted that last one, so there was this guy. His name is Mike Forsty.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know what the fuck he is. I think he's a journalist or some shit. A pose of something.
Apropos.
What?
Apropos
of something. Tesla's second biggest market in 2021 was China after the U.S. Chinese battery makers are major suppliers for Tesla's EVs. After 2009, when China banned Twitter, the government there had almost no leverage over the platform. They may have just changed. And let me tell you something about a hating-ass billionaire. Because he tweeted on this, Mr. Jeff Bezos.
He's still hating?
Nah, Jeff hating,
after
bro.
Leo stole his wife?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. And he's like, interesting question. Did Chinese government just gain a bit of leverage over town square?
Oh.
And he's doing that. So a lot of people started talking about this. And I just think it's crazy to think that you can be a billionaire in America without kind of partnering with the Chinese. Because think about it. If you're selling products, if you're selling some type of tech, it's got to be made somewhere. Yeah, some things could be made in America, but for the most part, the cheapest labors is all around the world, and China they got their fucking Uyghurs.
You look at all the major brands. Everyone is pretty much with them.
Exactly. Look at the back
Except
of your
for American
shirt.
Apparel, where Tory shops every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like what was it called? So they kind of called Jeff Bezos out, and Amazon is partnered with Chinese propaganda. Like Chinese companies go on Amazon and pretend. Oh, so this is what they were talking about. So there was like a bunch of Chinese companies. They'll go on to Amazon and they'll see American brands and counterfeit it, and then they'll go sell that shit on Amazon. And then people, and they counterfeit it with shitty ass products. And they go on to Amazon, they sell it, people buy it, and they leave like a 1-star review. So all these reviews are going to the brands that the Americans made, which isn't the product that they were selling in the first place. So a lot of people who use Amazon for that, they've complained to Amazon and everybody, and they talk shit about Jeff Bezos. They don't do anything about it. Because, the Chinese got their tentacles in everybody who's rich.
Yeah, so it's a hypocrisy that people are mad at?
Yeah,
fucking Jeff
bro.
Bezos talking
So
about
you're saying
Elon,
like Jeff don't got no place to be speaking on Elon's Chinese ties when he has similar ties?
Exactly. So it's like, okay, cool. If somebody else said that, another journalist talks about Elon Musk and all that, his ties with the Chinese and the propaganda model, Jeff Bezos is not the person to be talking about that type of shit.
See, but okay, that's a good point though, because so if they take the company private, right, and let's say China has a meeting with Elon, like a private meeting, nobody knows about it, and they're like, hey, implement this, and that. Like, we would never know about it, right? So, like, that is a possibility. But then again, like, why would they do that?
Yeah,
like,
especially if his whole thing is, like, he's going to make it super freed up. I forgot. I was going to read off a different article as well. But they talk about he might be able to, like, monetize tweets and stuff like that. Like, I just don't know what factor China could play when his whole thing is, like, I'm going to let everything go. Everyone wants to say whatever they want. Y'all can say whatever you want. And what are they going to do? Like, nah. Let them really say whatever they want. Like, he's already doing it.
It's kind of the same thing with, like, the NBA and, like, movies. You remember when John Cena said some shit about Shanghai? And then he had to go apologize and say it in Chinese as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the thing that people are afraid of, especially when it comes to Elon Musk.
That's different, though.
But, yeah.
Because in Hollywood, a lot of the funding comes from China. So China can cut out like an entire movie, and they have before, or they're like the most recent Doctor Strange, I think, that came out. the Tibetan lady had like another hairstyle or she had like another name or something like that was more reference to Chinese, and they was like, hey, if you don't cut that character out or change that character, we're gonna cut the movie.
Okay.
And that's Doctor Strange. That's a AAA title that comes out from Marvel, you know?
Yeah.
But see,
So
how could something like that happen with Twitter though?
exactly,
That's what I'm
the
missing.
Well,
parallel is not really there with Twitter.
Well, they did say about like what's that shit called? That the main fund or where they get the batteries is from China, right?
Okay.
So
Oh,
imagine
for Teslas.
For Teslas, exactly. So lithium batteries or the EVs or whatever they're called, if they're coming from China and you believe in free speech, so if people are shitting on Chinese government and all of that
on Twitter,
how is the Chinese government not gonna say something to Elon?
That makes sense because
That
they're like,
makes
hey, we'll
total
cut your
sense.
batteries for Tesla, and you for sure
because
don't
people are
wanna do that.
tweeting mean things about or bad things about us.
They're
They're really good at fucking. They're really good at like cutting all that shit off.
Censorship,
Their censorship. You'll lose ad money. There's this guy named Jake Tran. He makes a lot of videos. When he makes certain types of videos, you're not getting no ad revenue off of that. Nobody wants to touch
About China?
anything about China because they know that's where the money's coming from.
So basically, our topic of discussion is we're concerned that since Elon is buying Twitter, China may be able to play a factor.
Yeah.
Because they sell the batteries to Elon. And then what? Twitter's already censored as fuck the way it is. What is? I just don't see why it's like important at all. I don't get it. I feel like everyone hears China and it's like a buzzword. China. First of all, they own TikTok. China still owns TikTok.
I don't know.
No, they still own
they do?
TikTok, bro. Yeah, for a long time they own TikTok, bro. And so them having a tie to the guy that's buying, they have ties to the fucking to Trump. They had ties, bro.
Yeah.
So I just don't see. It's just topic of. It's like a random discussion. Like, oh well, they might be able to do that. And what if they don't like people are tweeting about them? What are they gonna do anyways? Be like, now you have to start censoring people. If Elon's whole mission is we're gonna make Twitter no censor, you can't filter people. So he's just gonna go back on that. If he wants to go back on that, cool. But it's already like that now.
Yeah.
And who cares about China anyways? Who's really tweeting about China? Like, as far as it pertains to the average person.
Well, the reason we wouldn't know is because they be fucking censoring that shit.
I wasn't looking for no China tweets. Like, I don't give a fuck what niggas saying about China.
Yeah.
But
So
we
if
didn't know about the Uyghurs until so much later.
What are Uyghurs?
The Uyghurs were the Muslims that they put
Oh,
into
okay,
concentration camps.
facts.
They were Chinese Muslims
Now we
that
see-
we didn't know about for so fucking long, and then we find out all this like salacious things about them, and I'm
Okay,
just like,
see?
okay.
If this was a cube, I was on this cube. Now that motherfucker just spun, and
Roll
now
the dice.
I hadn't thought about that because the Muslim people that they were basically having like as prisoners and shit like that. That's very true because news like that can't be spread through Twitter if they were to try to stifle that. I would hope that Elon sticks to his guns, but that's a good angle because I
That's
had
a
not
tough
thought about it.
one,
Because I'm
man.
thinking like, what the fuck are we talking? Who cares about their censoring? But that stuff like that is definitely something that they would want to censor.
And from all the social medias, every social media, the first thing that it comes out on is Twitter. Everything you see on Instagram,
Isaiah Rashad sucking dick, Twitter.
Yeah. Twitter gets a lot of shit first. It's the Wild Wild West.
it literally starts
Playboy
on
Cardi
Twitter.
sucking dick, Twitter.
It literally starts on Twitter and then it goes to all the other platforms. Because if you really want to find evidence or all these journalists, they're all on Twitter. All these
true.
news medias, all on Twitter. It goes out to Twitter before their own page.
Skip Bayless, before you see him on in the morning, he already tweeted the night before during the games.
Damn, bro.
Sakib watches Twitter porn. Everything's
I
on
do,
Twitter.
bro. Because I limited my adult website.
That's crazy. So China just bought Twitter. Wow.
No.
That's what happened.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, especially, like, I do believe in Elon. I do like the idea of taking away the fucking bots. The bots are so fucking irritating. And I hope once he could figure out something for it, maybe the other apps could just follow.
I will get on it just to support Elon. Now, all right, I don't want to get too off topic, but if we want to talk about the cars, can I tell you what happened with Nas's Tesla?
What happened?
So I'm saying goodbye to her. And this makes me, I'm like, Elon, you're fucking, actually, I really don't care. Every time the cars have an issue, I'm like, bro, they're fucking groundbreaking, bro. There's going to be errors here and there. Like, there's so many models that they're producing, bro. Give them a break. But I go to, I say bye to her and whatnot. She gets in the car like a gentleman. I go to close her door for her. Close it, not hard at all. I was not enraged. It was a normal, nice goodbye. It wasn't no angry,
Y'all was beefing.
totally, yeah. Slammed. That's why I'm so glad. Imagine, because here's what would be crazy. Imagine we're beefing and I put a little bit behind the door. It would have totally seemed like it was my fault. So here's what happened. I go to close the door. Boom. Instantly, you just hear like the window crack. And then it like slides down into place. We're like, what the fuck just happened? I felt bad. I felt like it was my fault. Then I go and look up online. What happens is a malfunction that happens with the doors. You go to close it. Usually, you know how when you close the door, then the window shoots up. So it stays down when the door is open. In some cases, it stays up when the door is open. So when you go to close it, it just hits the top of that threshold and cracks, and then it drops down and slides into place.
You blame the Chinese.
Yeah, for sure.
Blame
The battery.
Chinese.
It was the battery. It was fucking up, man. Let's be real.
Hey,
Well,
what
it wasn't just the battery. It said that Tesla's second biggest market in 2021 was China after the
They
US.
moved all their fucking plants to China. That was a
And-
big deal.
Well,
in like
biggest market
2021
means
or
they
2022.
sell the most, right? If
They
that's
sell
their
the
biggest
most,
market.
but they also moved like all their plants over there. That was a big news deal in like 2020, 2021.
And also after 2009, that's when China banned Twitter, so the government had no control over the platform at the moment. So that's another reason why people are like,
Wait, do they still have Twitter banned?
I believe
Not
so.
now, not playing.
Nah, it might not be after a little while, you know.
Yeah, Elon's the homie. Hey, what happened with that Bill Gates tweet?
Oh,
Yeah,
Bill
bro, that
Gates
was the
tweet?
funny one.
Yo,
Yeah,
that was
Elon been on
hilarious.
one, bro. Is Elon funnier than Kanye when he gets to tweeting?
Yeah.
On three, fuck.
Bro, why do you do that three shit? Nobody does
every
that
time.
three shit.
I gotta
All
say
right,
it
on three,
before.
all right.
No, well, okay, fine. I don't know.
Even though you-
Who's funnier, Elon or Kanye? When he gets to tweeting, 1, 2, 3,
Kanye.
Kanye. What was yours?
Whoa,
What did you say?
Kanye.
I say Elon. Elon's richer.
Elon's funny, bro,
That's why
but sometimes he be tweeting the most boring stuff. Like when he gets like really in depth with stuff. Kanye, bro, everything's gonna be funny, and you're gonna know what he's talking about, and you're like, wow, can't believe he just said that.
Yeah.
Elon is like maybe 1 out of every 5 is
Okay,
funny.
Kanye more pop culture, but the fact that Elon is like has such a high status and is still tweeting like that is fucking hilarious.
I do give him respect for that,
Like,
for sure.
yeah.
Because you're moving the world around.
You
It's
make rockets and flamethrowers, and you're tweeting this about Bill Gates, like a picture.
Yeah,
of him.
yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
You will put it up on the screen. It says, "In case you need to lose a boner fast."
That's hilarious.
Picture of Bill Gates with the little emoji
fucking
next
love
to
it. I
it.
hate
That
Bill
is
Gates. Fuck
too
Bill
funny,
Gates.
bro.
It's legendary.
And it's so random too, cause and he just be trolling too. There's not that many billionaires, and that's why.
Oh,
You know, you know what I start to notice though, a lot of like older people that I talk to that are invested and been investing, they'll be like, oh, I don't trust Elon. No, he treats that thing like his weekend hustle or whatever. Like he just will 1 weekend do this, 1 week do that. You can't trust him. Yeah, I don't trust anything he's doing. All that. But then I feel like to all people younger, we're seeing the groundbreaking technology.
Fucking
I've also heard
legend.
other people talking about how groundbreaking is. Groundbreaking technology, but he's someone. Bill Gates, we have no type of affinity
He's
for.
like a boomer.
Even
He's older.
yeah, like
Affinity.
we I might even use the word wrong, but we don't have any type of connection. The culture doesn't have a connection to him. Even when he's younger, like maybe people that are older than us will say they did, but it's not like Elon where you really feel like there's no cloak. You know, Jeff Bezos, we don't know him like that. All we know is dude's a genius. Mark Zuckerberg, okay, dude's a genius, created Facebook and now Meta. But we didn't have I feel like Elon, he smoked weed on Joe Rogan's podcast.
that dude's the
Like,
coolest guy.
He's done so much stuff that you kind of trust him in the sense of like it's even the way he trolls. He's not one of everyone else we see is these old fucking dudes that are out of touch.
They
with
don't
different
know how
stuff.
to troll.
Yeah.
He knows how to troll, and trolling is like you walk a fine line between trolling and just being cringe and being annoying with it. Because
It's
he
not
knows
like
how
if
to do it.
And he'll go away for a while, and he has so much stuff that's groundbreaking coming out. One of the things I saw a clip of him, he was shitting on was it Bill Gates? I think it might have been Bill Gates who was saying, no, they don't have the technology to make an EV trucking. It's not true. Like they don't have that, whatever.
He's a hater.
And he was like, yeah, I don't know why he said that. He's kind of he's a knucklehead. I mean, it's. And then Joe Rogan at the time was like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy because there was demos going on at the time. Like it was proven, and I actually knew for a fact there was one. So why do you think he said that? Because he seems someone to be educated. He's like, yeah, I'm not sure. I think he just doesn't really have much knowledge on this type of thing. He actually explained it really eloquently, but it was just funny because there was already the trucks. Like they were transporting stuff with these trucks.
Goofy ass dog.
Ollie, we're shooting a podcast. Ollie, what am I supposed to tell the viewers?
Yeah.
All right, whatever, bro.
You know, you guys want to know one funny tweet he had right after he bought Twitter? He's like, I'm going to buy Coca-Cola next and put cocaine back into Coke.
Yep.
So he
Bring
knows how to do
Coca-Cola
it, bro.
back.
He knows what he's doing.
That's a
And
fire
no
troll.
one can tell him nothing. When you own shit, people can't really tell you much.
I think Kanye just gives me more entertainment value.
Yeah, man. And Kanye's a pure artist.
Yeah, stop
bro.
being
You know.
retarded.
Yeah, my fault.
Oh, you good. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about another Megan. Some more drama. Megan Thee Stallion recently did
Yeah,
a
you said her
sit-down
name wrong.
interview. Oh, sorry. Whew. Thank you for catching that. Megan Smollett recently did an interview. It's Megan Smollett on 2020 shooting. In quotes, I'm the victim. She has made that very clear over time. We're going to give a little recap through, or not a recap, a little reaction throughout this. Maybe cut it, see what we would like. I don't know if 12 minutes is going to be too long for the viewers at home.
So it came out in 2020, but it like resurfaced?
The shooting was in 2020.
But this is a new interview.
They're just talking about the 2020 shooting.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
I'll
give it to us, Megan.
Hold the light.
Hey. Hey, Tory, dance.
I've always been loud. I've always been.
People be so proud to have always been away. I've always been loud. I've always been very, obnoxious. That's just me.
When I look now, I'm like, dang, we really do this.
When did you know you were good at this?
I feel like I wrote my first rap when I was 7.
You feel like you wrote it, or you wrote it?
I didn't tell my mama. Well, I
do it, bitch. Did you do it?
Rap, but I didn't tell her I wanted to be a rapper. But I saw her rapping, and I would go to the studio with her, and I would sit in the waiting room, waiting at the door, listening to what she in there saying. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fire. I like that.
Girl, I could do that at 7.
I could do that. And when I got to college, everybody was me as the Stallion, and she rapped, and I was like, okay, this is my identity.
Is that what you call rapping?
This is what we wanted.
H-Town native, H-Town raised the. Damn, I'm so proud to be your H-Town native.
Hey.
5 years after Megan Thee Stallion posted this fucking video, she made her debut on the Billboard Hot 100 list with the song Big Ol' Freak. That same year, her mother passed away. She had already lost her father when she was just 15.
You saw the draw?
I asked her what she learned from her parents.
What is this?
Questions
What is this?
that made her emotional.
I didn't mean to make you
No
cry.
tears, watch.
I was just curious about
bet money,
the
no tears.
impact and effect they've had on your life.
They were my best friends.
mean to
It was
make you
only the
cry. I
3 of
just
us
wanted to
all the
know.
time.
Bitch,
Like when I
okay.
went to school, I feel like it was a little different with me interacting with other kids.
Yeah.
So they would kind of pick with me a little bit. Like I was so tall already. They just really let me know you can't
Let me see your
ever,
tear.
you can't ever let somebody else's
She doesn't want to
somebody else's insecurities make you insecure.
I'm a savage. Yeah.
Classy, bougie,
In May
ratchet.
2020,
Lana Rhodes?
Megan
You
Thee
saw Lana Rhodes
Stallion's hit
doing
song
that?
Savage is inescapable, and so is she.
Savage
tell the world.
is
Did you do the
everywhere.
dance?
You are a huge
course.
success. Which
had a
brings us
TikTok
to
even
before
July
TikTok, he was just
12,
practicing.
2020. Let's go there, Megan. That night changed everything
Okay,
for
let's
you.
get to the nitty
Rapper
gritty.
Tory Lanez has been charged with
My
shooting
dog.
artist Megan Thee Stallion during an argument.
Megan Thee Stallion hit by multiple gunshots.
There was an argument in
Why'd
the
you say
car.
the
Why
like
did
that?
she say the stallion?
It was an
That's
argument
Smollett.
because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's normal friend stuff.
Yeah.
We fuss about silly stuff all the time. But
Cap!
Get it out already.
I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud.
Crying
this
voice
was
with
one
no
of them
tears is,
times where it was
that's
it
something.
shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated to
Right.
the way that it did.
Oh,
Y'all
they're starting
keep
to
sitting
come.
down
Just
with these
briefly walk us
pathological
through what
liars.
happened that night.
First it was R.
starts
Kelly,
you at
now
a
it's her.
party.
Bro,
at
why she
Kylie
have the
Jenner's
energy for R.
house.
Kelly and not for her?
You did
had went there
She said she never raised
and
her
we were
voice.
just
when she
hanging
was
out.
drunk.
Yeah, hold up. Why don't we just
And-
pause it?
Yeah,
Why don't we
yeah,
just
I
pause it?
was
'Cause
ready to go.
she talking about I wanted to go home. I had been there all day. Fam, so many people from the party have already talked about what happened, bro. Y'all was beefing and y'all got kicked out the party. How do you
Yeah.
get kicked out of what's her name, Kylie Jenner's house party, and then you're just gonna be like, I wanted to go home,
was
and so
tired.
that's why we got into an argument. I wanted to go home. They wanted to stay. You couldn't have just gotten home
sounds
separately like that.
emotional.
You know how silly that sounds.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, and Tori was having
She's
too
like,
good of a
"This is what
time.
friends do."
Yeah, come on now.
To lie after we know the story.
And then she's talking about yeah, fuck it.
I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver/security.
Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a
Daystar.
Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of
Daystar,
Megan Thee
told you I'm
Stallion's
in
best
this bitch for-
friends
for
from
eternity.
Houston.
There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. The argument
okay.
was with the 2 people in the backseat.
Oh, okay, got
word.
it.
So I asked the driver to pull the car over. I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Just get back in. So I get back in the car. It's it's getting worse.
The arguing in the
They're
car.
The
arguing,
arguing
I'm
in the
just
car
sitting
is
here
getting
quiet.
worse,
I
and
wasn't
don't
drunk
wanna
as fuck
be in
with
this
them.
car no more. Because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car and it's everything happens so fast.
Gail, take that fucking look off your face. You know, hold up. First of all, fuck Gail King. First of all, because I'm gonna tell you why. She had what's her name up there? I forgot which female basketball player it was. Right after Kobe passed, and they were talking about how Kobe did so much for them, and she wanted I can't talk. She wanted to bring up the rape stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, I never saw any of that from him. All I know of him is being a great man." And everyone dragged her ass. I thought she was still canceled until now. So fuck Gail, and that's gonna be my energy throughout
R. Kelly interview.
That was after. R. Kelly was before that. But this whole shit, bro. Here's where she fucked up. She tells the whole story like she had nothing to do with anything. She was just in the car. They were arguing. So they were arguing, and then Tory was like, "Yeah, dance, bitch." Boom.
And they just shoot Megan on.
Come on. What happened to your back being turned?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what happened there? So you heard him say dance,
and
bitch,
we'll get further on though. We're gonna cover the.
Another point on Gail though, like she brought up the rape allegation on Kobe. We know the story. What happened? Why does she bring up other shit that we already know?
She
about
did not
Megan?
do any research on this before.
She's just looking at her like.
But if people don't know, here's the story that's been circulating. Whack 100 told it. DJ Academics has told it. Multiple people have told it from their sources. And Tory Lanez shed light on it too. He was fucking with her homegirl Kelsey. Then her homegirl Kelsey got COVID. Now Megan is taking these secret flights out to see Tory and shit, private planes and shit. And then at the party, Tory's doing a little too much with Kylie Jenner. Meg feels some type of way about it, and they're all pretty drunk, especially Meg. Video evidence. And then she started doing too much toward Tory. They get into it. Then Meg's friends like, hold the fuck up. Y'all been doing some shit. And then they all get kicked out of the party. And now it's time for the car ride.
That was amazing, man.
But when she tells it, totally different. And even if the story I'm telling is like there's parts of it that aren't true, you got to at least throw something in there that don't make you look like a perfect angel the entire time. Come on, Megan.
And I'm just like, oh my God. Like he shot a couple of times. And I was so
in the car shooting from the car, Megan.
He is standing up over the window.
You had your back turned.
And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Like, cause I'm like, oh my God.
You said, let me get back in the car real quick.
Wrong step. I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important.
Somebody get her some acting lessons.
He could shoot me and kill
to rapping.
me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
No tears. Tear count still at 0.
And I looked down at my feet. Cause I wasn't even.
I looked down at
the adrenaline is
pumping
pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm really bleeding. So I like drop down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. Like I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying after?
All right, tear counts at 1.
I'm so sorry.
I need one to fall.
Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
So he said, dance, bitch, dance, followed by, I'm so sorry.
Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
but at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like the George Floyd incident had just happened.
No.
Before we get into George Floyd, because we're gonna tear into that in a second. But so you're telling me you got out the car again? You were never in the argument. It was just him and Kelsey arguing in the car. You ask a second time, pull over, let me hop out real quick. So then Tory is probably sitting in the front like, this bitch thinks she gonna hop out the car while I'm arguing with Kelsey. So then he gonna lean out the window and say, yo, dance, bitch, dance, boom, boom. And then he gets out, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Meg, was it from the gunshots? Is that what you like? Meg, I'll give you $1 million, please. Is that what? And then Megan's like, fuck, you shot me, nigga, dang. Let's get back in the car.
Don't say sorry. Just help me.
Bro, this case is going to be crazy because I hope they bring this up in court and like go back over her whole story.
I don't know why she keeps talking.
Because you know court, they're going to ask you 1 million times. So please describe what happened at 8:06.
Yeah.
Tell me exactly how many steps you took to the car.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, you're so true. That's so true. Now, let's get into this George Floyd stuff she wants to talk about.
It's like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like the George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions
Bitch,
after.
do not bring up
like,
social justice shit with your bullshit.
Why do you say that? Her perspective. We just watched the George Floyd stuff happen. horrible. Everyone traumatized by it. A nation, I mean, a lot of uproar and stuff happened. That does not make me think that because this person shot me, that once the cops have already apprehended us from the cars, they said, back up. I'm like this, backing up. My foot is bleeding. Then the cop goes to arrest me. So I guess her mentality was, if I say, officer, I know you're already here for the gunshot. If I tell you that the guy that you have arrested in the car seat, if I tell you that he shot me, which he did, he said, dance, bitch, dance, like 15 minutes ago and shot me. If I tell you that, I'm concerned that you're then going to shoot all of us. Or you're then going to walk up and just shoot him in the head. First of all, wouldn't you, if I just got shot, I ain't even worried about you, but you just shot me in the foot. If you or anyone fucking shoots me in the foot, my main concern is not, I don't want the cops to shoot him. He's a good guy. No, yeah, bro, no. Come on now. Yeah, the whole thing makes no sense. And the cops are very much shoot first, ask questions later. Well, my friend, once you're already in custody, they've already asked some questions and they haven't gotten to shooting, and they're there for a gunshot. It's not like they're there not knowing that there was a gun involved. They're there because people called about 2 gunshots being heard, and now you're arrested. So the whole, don't throw George Floyd's name in this shit, trying to make it like you had reason to be covering for this dude after he leaned out the window and said, dance, bitch, dance, and shot you. Now, if you said he was playing with the gun and shot you, fine, one thing. But you decided to take the angle that this nigga was straight out of a movie talking about dance, bitch, dance.
But hey, look, in Meg's head, it made sense.
It made sense.
That big ass head.
And that's not saying much, honestly. I would pause it.
By the way, I was about to say, let me know when y'all want to pause it.
I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like something bad is about to happen.
Okay.
So somebody hears the gunshots. They call the police. The police come.
Yo got an Apple Watch.
You would never be Oprah.
Say what to you?
Oh God!
They tell everybody to get out of the car.
So at which point did you think they were going to shoot you?
Video from that night.
And then she was twerking the next day.
You can see the footage.
I do feel bad about that foot. That shit does look bad.
Swimsuit, limping backwards, feet bleeding.
And they say to you, what happened?
We're going to shoot you if you tell us anyone shot you.
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you. And
then they shot
I didn't want them to kill any of us.
He said, shoot first, ask later.
So I just said, I stepped on glass. Because I didn't
want them to walk up and shoot Tory in the face.
For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us. Because I didn't want them to kill us.
Because this nigga said, dance, bitch, and shot me. I wanted to protect all of us by not telling him he did that.
Did this to me.
She's such a good person, bro.
My first reaction still was to try to save us. Like
crying voice, no tears.
I didn't want to see anybody die.
Alvin, you see a tear?
I could just hear her say the meme.
Ew, don't put your finger in your nose.
When I see
you're on
people
camera
trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying. Oh, she stepped on glass. She never got shot.
No, now you're lying.
I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but
crazy how Kelsey was.
If it saved
Kelsey, then
all
just
of us from dying, then that's
her story on this
what it was meant to be.
So, when you told the police you stepped on glass, did they believe you?
I don't know.
So how did you go from the glass? Did you go to the hospital?
So they took me to the hospital, and the police questioned me, and I said it was just glass.
You still
because I didn't want them to go over and shoot Tory. Got it.
And
George Floyd, got it.
Officers was like, okay, we done with this, we leaving. The doctor came in and he was like, you know, you got bullets in both of your feet. Like, you got fragments in this foot, and it's like right on the back of your Achilles. And I'm like,
there is a medical report that says that there were bullets, that you had been shot. And the medical report also says that to this day you still have
bullet fragments
in your
my
foot.
feet.
She's all right. Well, 2 things.
I don't trust shit doctors say.
So for a while, when I've talked about all the things that make it seem like Tory didn't do shit, one of the things I say is there were no bullet. I've been parading around saying there were no bullet fragments in her foot. I was wrong. Apparently, based off this, there's record of there were actual bullet fragments in the foot. So maybe it's, I may have been too hard. Maybe I've shouldn't be calling her Megan Smollett. No, I'm still gonna call her Megan Smollett. It hasn't changed.
No, she put the bullet fragments in there after the fact, bro. She broke.
Yeah, you tripping.
She was twerking on a bullet, broke that shit in half, and then fucking put that shit in her foot.
But it is a detail. Like, okay, so now in my mind though, I am okay. So she did get shot.
You can't trust doctors.
But there's
yeah,
still,
but in
okay.
the case, didn't they say that there was they didn't find any?
No, they said that what came out, there was
inconclusive?
no DNA. The DNA wasn't there on the gun from Tory, and there was no gunshot residue on his hand. Yeah. But regardless, this does show that she did get bullet fragments in her foot. And then it brings me to the next question. Meg Thee Stallion is a fucking champ. How you get bullet fragments in your foot? You were twerking like a week or two later. Because now if it's confirmed that there's a medical report of bullet fragments in the foot, golly, she's a beast.
She's a gangster.
Yeah.
She's a gangster, bro. That's one thing we gotta
Okay,
give
what if
props for.
Kelsey did the shooting?
Yep, that is a theory. That's a theory too that they say. I've heard the theory that she grabbed the security guard's gun and there was a struggle for it, and then Meg's foot gets shot.
And the girl won.
It was academics' theory.
Yeah, so I'm saying, but like, how do you get into a struggle? A girl who's 140
well,
pounds.
she didn't win, but like the gun went off as they were struggling for it.
Oh.
But Tori's handprints or fingerprints would still be on it if that were the case, unless he was grabbing her hand or something. But also, how do two shots ring off and they both hit like right in her direction? Also, some people don't understand how the bullet fragments work.
Yeah,
I'll take you to
explain that, please.
All right, so there's this thing called skipping. They call it skipping.
Okay.
It's a tactic used. This isn't. I could explain exactly how she got the fragments in, but I'd rather talk about the tactic of skipping. Very
Talk
cool.
about it, tactical.
You know the North Hollywood shooting, the shootout. North Hollywood, two guys rob a bank. They have drums and shit. They're just shooting crazy, totally pinned down the police force because back then they didn't carry rifles. Oh shit, that's wild. At a bank?
Yeah,
that's fucking wild. So basically, by the time the SWAT came, they had no angle to actually shoot the dude. He was behind a car at the time. So they go to a tactic called skipping. What they did, and people always talk about the Achilles heel is what got the guys. What they did is, so say I'm taking cover behind a car. Now, if I'm on the other side, say in a police van, and I'm trying to shoot at you, if I lay under my car, I'm not going to be able to shoot directly at you because the angle, it's going to be, I want to put the gun sideways. What I can do is I shoot at the ground right next to your foot, and while the bullet itself isn't hitting you, all the ricochets are going to keep hitting you. So what they did, bro, they basically dumped their clips into the ground by him. So that's why it took him a while to die. And they were like casing out the area. But they're skipping it. Basically, the round bounces up off the ground, and either the full round or chunks of that round are going to keep hitting you.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
That's why even if the bullet hit next to her feet, it makes sense that there would be bullet fragments in there as opposed to the bullet straight hitting her feet.
That makes so much
See, bro?
sense.
You learn something new every day. I got you,
every
bro.
fucking day, bro.
Megan, they don't even believe you were shot.
He just made all that up.
I dreamt about it.
He watched Wanted one time.
Feels right.
Yeah.
What else? What happened?
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey Harris, the other woman in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, "Help, Tory shot Meg."
Kelsey might have shot her. Kelsey might have shot her.
And
I thought security guard it's Meg's security guard. Got it.
When my mom passed, I just felt like I was looking for some type of family environment, and I was letting so many people in, and
where
I didn't care who it was. I just wanted to feel like I got family and I got people that care about me, and just I could hang out with everybody, and I was just going through it.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led
the
people
biggest
to
lie she
believe
tells
that
the
it
entire
was
thing.
a sexual relationship, that it was that you two were dating. What was the nature?
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that.
We're friends. We're best friends now.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
He doesn't seem like a friends
sexual?
guy.
Did you, Megan? Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
Lie. Say it. Say you didn't.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you?
She tried to do the little laugh. She said, I didn't have a sexual. Come on now, bro. Come on, bro.
50 Cent commented on this shit.
Yeah,
too.
come on. What if 50? He said it best.
So he posted the part when she says, like, sexual? He was like, he put the eyes emoji and he's like, now I don't believe she had to think about her answer. Shake my head. All this shit crazy. So old boy did the Harlem Nights and shit and said, dance, bitch, dance.
Yeah, on God. The whole story is kind of unbelievable. Even the fact of like she can't even come up with a genuine like argument that they were having, or even because Kelsey went on live and said this bitch took my nigga, and it's like the fourth time she done some shit like that, and it was weird as fuck. So how like you need she going off on Meg saying you need to take accountability. Meg tells us
she was looking for family. She was
looking for family. Got it. She's letting people in. Bro, the whole thing is silly. Like, what are we? At least tell a story that's more believable. That somehow puts you. When someone tells a story and it slightly puts them in a bad light, or they're being honest about, and then I said this, maybe I shouldn't have. At least it's more believable. This was completely one-sided talking. Well, first, sorry, I'll let her finish.
This honestly sounds more like controlling the narrative versus like telling the story about what actually happened.
Look at Gail's eye. No.
That shit is crazy. Oh
God, fuck Gail.
Putting out the story that one eye, but this one relationship, and that you're making the whole thing up.
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that
bitch, you try to deflect.
Committed a crime.
Tory Lanez pleaded not guilty to assault and weapons charges related to the shooting. We asked his attorney about Megan's allegations in this story. She responded that they look forward to addressing Ms. Pete's claims, including her inconsistencies, discrepancies, and omissions.
I like that they added
goes
this in,
to
so at least
trial
we're
later
completely
this
biased.
year.
Yeah.
How has your life changed?
Like 90% biased.
Ask her the hard-hitting questions.
I feel like my anxiety is worse. I feel like my relationship with people it's gotten very cold.
So is that a one tier count?
I was
going to ask you, is it hard for you to trust
watery.
people?
I'll say that.
Like, I've got this wall, and I don't want to make any friends, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can to everybody. I don't even new people. I probably don't even hold a conversation longer than 30 minutes because I feel like every time I'm talking, I'm like on the verge of tears, and I don't want to have to explain to strangers why I'm crying.
Yeah.
What's
half
up with
the
this
time I just want to pick up the phone and call my mama and be like, "What do I do?" Like, it's too much. I feel crazy.
I need a tear to touch the cheek and the chin. If
I'm
don't do
sad,
that, you ain't crying.
like, and I feel like I have to hold it in because I have to be strong for so many people.
What do you say to people that still don't believe that you were actually shot?
I don't think any of this is for them. Like, it's for me. Like, I know this happened to me.
Selfish bitch.
And I'd rather it play out in court and the facts come out and
seems like
everything
you're on an
comes
interview.
out than me having to plead my case. And I'm a victim. Like, I'm the victim. Like, I'm not defending myself against anything. Like, something happened to me.
You just said I'm a. All right. The last thing she said. What do you say to the people that think you're lying? I don't think it's for them. It's for me. I only care how this plays out in court. I don't care about the public. You are on a public, nationally televised CVS fucking Good Morning interview, telling your account of the things that happened, giving your best narrative that makes you look perfect in that narrative, and explaining your total reasoning. And then what was the last part? What was the last?
I'm the victim.
Oh, and then I don't really care about that. I don't need to prove it to anyone else.
This is for me.
I'm the victim. What is that doing? That was your whole point, is to show this. I am the victim. It's completely like.
Wasn't that supposed to be for the courts instead of a fucking interview?
Or
on
you don't
live
need
television?
to prove anything if you're the victim, right? Like,
exactly.
And the whole thing makes no sense, bro. You're doing this interview to try to plead your case and try to show that you're the victim. And then even in that line, you couldn't help yourself but say, I'm the victim. Like,
you know what I think she's trying to do? I think she's trying to get Tory to slip up more. Just like in public. You know, like she put out a lot of things out there, and then Tory started talking about his tweets.
You think Tory's gonna what's he gonna do?
I don't think she has a game plan. I don't think
I think this is about the narrative. I think it's a narrative.
I don't think she's strategizing. I don't think she's playing chess over checkers.
I think she's trying to control the narrative. If I had to put it on, I don't think she's trying to bait him into anything. Just he'd have to be a complete idiot to break his court order again and then get locked up again and have you. He's going to tweet a lot of bullshit in that interview. He doesn't really have to say anything, though. The way this has come out, everyone's like, yo, this only made it look like a liar more, except for the bullet fragments. That was like, okay,
that's
so
the only thing she has
shot.
going for it. That's literally it. That's it. That's all.
Don't get me wrong. She did get shot. Just not by Tory, man.
I don't think Tory shot her.
Bro, they need to have like a whole Johnny Depp and fucking Meg Thee Stallion type shit, but like the same case.
And just talking to each other?
Yeah, have like Tory on stand, have her on stand, but we're just watching the tapes back and just have
She might have shot her damn self, bro, honestly.
and not even
know her friend kept saying, because now I think about even the storyline of her friend might have done it. Her friend on that live kept saying like, Meg needs to take accountability and that like all this shit shouldn't have even gotten this far. And when someone's saying stuff like that, is like, dang, I really wonder what the story is. What if Meg accidentally shot herself? She tried to snatch up the gun, be tough. That does happen, bro. Yeah. People grab the gun quick.
She and like Cheddar Bob.
One guy, I'll give you an example. Around the corner, not far from here, there was a guy did a drive-by shooting on a bar. It might have been the one that y'all be fucking with, to be honest.
Oh, the Woodman.
The Woodman. Okay, yeah, the Woodman.
Yeah.
he did a drive-by shooting. There was no one at the bar was actually shot by any of his shots, but there was another person that was shot twice. Bro, this guy shot himself in the dick. How he did it? He had his shit right in here, and he reached to grab it. So right in his crotch, reached to grab it quick. When they have that stress, that adrenaline, grab it too quick, especially if it gets caught. If you grab it with your finger by the trigger guard, you're gonna shoot that bitch.
Wait, are you sure you're not talking about Cheddar Bob from 8 Mile?
Oh, I honestly I didn't see 8 Mile.
Oh, what? Oh, man. It was his dumbass friend. He was like, everybody was fighting, they're scuffling, and then he's the only one with the gun. He's like, ah! And then he brings it out, and then he shoots himself in the dick.
The shit happens, bro. Tupac shot himself. Drawing the gun. It happens commonly. That's why cops be practicing that shit. But obviously, if your shit is holstered, it's a different story. I mean, you're much less likely to.
Or you need to have finger control. Don't put your finger on the trigger if you're not going to shoot.
Hey, but that stress though, bro. When shots start ringing off, dudes just reach and jerk.
Like,
that shit.
let me not put my finger on the trigger, even though I'm going to use the gun. You know, but like
you train for that though.
You're not immediately. I mean, I could see it if it was in that. Like Tupac shit makes sense because he was dead ass getting robbed and shot at. But either way, I'm curious to see how this shit plays out. I will not stop calling her Megan Smollett, even if it comes out that Tory Lanez is actually did shoot her. You know, I'll take it on the chin. I'll totally understand any of the hate that comes my way. But Megan Smollett is already, it's a funny name. Yeah. And two, bro, she's done too much shit to be unlikable and two, unbelievable. And you know what? If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, I'm going to call it a duck. And if I find out that shit's not a duck, I'm going to tell you, well, this is why I thought it was a fucking duck. This is why, yeah. I can show you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the whole fucking alphabet of why this shit seemed like it was a duck.
I think that Meg Thee Stallion eats spaghetti with a spoon.
For sure.
Oh, god damn. What the fuck? That one threw me up. Yo, I just want everybody to know, I'll still ride it with Tory until you die.
Bro, you didn't have to let anyone know that.
Yeah, we know.
Back when it seemed like he really did do it, you were like, but man, he put all that shit in the album, man.
It was a great music.
She hasn't dropped one album since this stuff, bro. Like,
she hasn't made no art behind it. At least talk on it. Don't just go on live and talk to people and lie to them. Yeah. Come on, dog. That motherfucker was putting in
He was making melodies and shit. How could I shoot you?
Shut up, bro. We was vibing.
You wasn't even looking.
He wasn't even looking.
Yo, the day that shit dropped, me and Tory was just in the car smoking weed. Yo, this is the greatest piece of art ever.
Tory said everything, but I ain't shooting. I had my seatbelt on. How could I reach out the car? Yeah. the way the Escalade set up, I wouldn't even be able to see you if my seatbelt was on.
I'm blind in one eye. That shit was funny.
He was on the left side of the car. I would have had to shoot through the window. The window wasn't open.
Straight for drama though. Yeah, we was like, should we listen to it? Hell yeah.
And bro, I was going hard on I was about to be a positive one. I was going hard on niggas when we'd argue about the shit because they'd argue.
Getting bricked up? No.
But I would argue like about the Meg shit. I even had a bet with Nas. I can't tell you what the winner of the bet had to do, or the loser of the bet had to do. But the point was, sexual I'm like, bro, the best friend has already basically made it seem like Tory shot him. Mm-hmm. The cops arrested him for possession of the gun, and she got shot in the foot. But then all this other stuff started to come out. I'm totally 180, baby. I'm 180. I'm all Tory on this one.
I'm all Tory.
They're going to have to throw the case out because I think the gunpowder is a really big thing because that's like scientifically proven. You can't just wash that shit off your hands.
At the end of this, they did say, man, I can't talk. They do say it's the starvation. But they do say that the district attorney has said that despite everything, they feel that the evidence they have in the case will prove the same narrative to be true. Not what she said, but the narrative just in general that Tory Lanez is the shooter. Basically, the case that they're trying to try, they still feel confident about it.
Whoa, that's kind of
But I wonder, because,
But also what they're going to say now. We don't feel that confident anymore. We're starting to wane.
They're going to have to say they're confident. You can't come out the case saying, we're going to confident, we're going to lose. But like, okay, so
we figure we're due for a loss, so we're just gonna wing this one.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait it out. But okay, I feel like once they start going back and watching her story or hearing her explain the story versus, I guess, the facts that they have, it's gonna kind of have a disconnect, right? Like the discrepancies that the lawyers are talking about, you're gonna have to throw the case out because it's gonna be inconclusive, right? Because how do you prove that Tory was shooting unless you have like footage of it, which we would have just known, right?
I wonder with all them houses out there.
Fuck, no. Tory Lanez did not shoot that bitch.
Did you hear that? Did you hear Daystar, bro? Yeah. The bars on that.
It's gonna be.
He didn't say one time I shot that bitch. Not a single time, bro.
Because right now it's he said, she said.
Yeah, he said right.
I just don't.
When this shit comes out and I'm wrong, bro, it'll be bad.
We're gonna have to have a compilation of all our bad takes if it comes out that like we were totally wrong. But even then, fuck that. Cause what's up with these stories, bro? Like, nah. Fuck it. It's not gonna happen, bro. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put it on wax right now. It's not happening. But there was something else I wanted to ask about this, boys.
You guys care?
Why does she keep talking? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
Just don't say anything. And then please don't end your fucking interview talking about, no, it's not for the people. I don't care. No, I just want to see this play out in court.
There's no
but I'm the victim.
Yeah. There's no benefit for her speaking because it's not going to help her rap career. That's already flushed. And that's it.
She should have promoted something during this, bro.
Her acting career is not going to take off after this. No. This performance? Hell no.
The fucking cry voice for 12 minutes straight with 2 tears.
Yeah, no acting, no rapping. What else?
And see, bro, if a guy did this same thing, if a guy tried to come on here, everyone would immediately be like, bro, this dude could not act. If I was just in there, and then we pulled up. And, bro, 2 minutes in, they're like, this nigga's not cried once. Yeah. This is more embarrassing than anything. But then again, Kyle Rittenhouse got off with it, though. So maybe it's a complexion thing.
Acting's not gonna work out. Nope. Rapping's not gonna work out.
Nope. OnlyFans.
Damn, bitch.
I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was gonna be that. Don't look at me like that, bro. Look how mad he looked at me.
It's called a callback, man, from the earlier part of the podcast.
Yeah, my fault. I didn't think you were gonna say that one. It was the first thing that came to my mind.
I was thinking,
she would boom on
OnlyFans. I'm gonna find that shit for free. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were gonna try research. I thought you were gonna try to argue it wouldn't boom because I said last time if she gets dropped by a Rockefeller, no one's fucking with her anymore. After if it comes out that she was capping the whole time,
Alvy.
She'll boom, bro. Everyone's
gonna go back to Hooters.
That shit's booming, bro. That shit's booming, bro.
I'm dead. But
well, she gonna be back at Hooters. I'm telling you, bro. I'll be back at Hooters.
Well, I'd make an OnlyFans in a second if I was her. Like, you know what? Let me get myself solidified for the next 5 years, and I'll just invest from there. OnlyFans, first day, she getting $1 million.
That shit's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy.
Clap it up for Meg, bro. We would not have had this content.
My claps are only for Tory.
Yeah.
Shame on Tory, bro. Believe women. Fuck Tory.
Mr. Daystar himself.
Come on, Daystar. All right.
Last one?
The next one, yeah. We're back on. Speaking of shooter, this guy has actually aired out some shots. And you will find the gunshot residue on his hands. All right, now let's see this.
It's so funny.
That's all good. Well, I'm gonna give a rundown before it starts. Sorry. So basically, new footage came. What's actually not new footage? It's new to us of footage taken from Walmart when the baby shot the man in 2018. So it's the footage of them actually having the little scuffle. Not all of it is viewable, but the big headline is that it doesn't look as much like self-defense as we previously thought. Previously, he had told it like 2 dudes walked up on him. Trying to press him, showed a gun, and he shot him. That was pretty much the story that we had all heard. And then the family had always said other things. No, he was a fan, different stuff. He wasn't even that type of person. And now we have footage, and people are saying it does not look like self-defense. Here we go. All right, see some men talking. Henry Douglas. The baby takes off on him.
Yo, his homie got the. You see his homie with the strap. Look, the homie got the strap.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know about it. Because look at this next scene. They're tussling over there. His homie is walking up. Jalen Craig. That's the homie that was with him.
That's the one with the
He's
strap.
holding the gun right now.
Yeah.
Is that what he doing? Oh, okay. And she started to push his face away. Okay, got it.
The blowers.
How did he get...
So he shot and then dropped the shit and then grabbed it. Or maybe...
He fell.
After shooting.
Yeah, I like this part when he just bumps into the shopping cart.
I know. That was like...
We got to go back.
It's an interesting one to dissect. But there you go.
So they got cameras across the whole store, but they couldn't catch a shooting?
Yeah, that was weird.
We saw every angle but the shot. Okay.
Henri.
Yeah, and why did that angle cut out? So maybe the police cut out the footage just so that... Because you can't have that type of stuff, like, out. Maria Osborne, isn't that his baby mama? I believe so.
Yeah, the other homie got his shit.
But how you letting your homie tussle and you're not just stepping in and squabbling too? But then now you realize, I didn't realize what y'all were saying, how he does have a gun on him. And then it looks like the baby's wife starts coming over. It's not wife, but pushing him away. Shots go off. That's why she runs. Maybe he's running and grabs the gun.
Yeah,
no, the baby did. That's he just grabbed it off the floor.
Of course he had a gun. He killed
maybe that's what Henry was reaching for. Maybe Henry was like he knew he had a gun because he had his arms wrapped around him. You see?
I think they were just locked up. How you gonna run up on somebody's family
I think they were just locked up. Like they were just in a little wrestling match.
He said it was self-defense. He punched first. That's some shit I'll do. Like, what the fuck? Dude approaching your wall.
Well, it is self-defense when it comes to the gun. That dude had a gun on him.
Because the dude, he lurched in, so he had underhooks on the baby.
So yeah, we got the underhook. Like maybe dude knows. He's like, oh, don't pull that shit on me. Like maybe dude knows the baby got a gun. Cause like they're not really fighting or nothing. They're not throwing blows.
Nah, they locked up. They underhooks. He couldn't get his arms out. And then you see him dive for the gun, and he goes and assaults the shopping cart. How come no one's talking about this shopping cart assault?
I know, bro.
That's what bothers me, man.
Yeah, that shopping cart identifies as a
human. Why was this nigga the baby in Walmart?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, Walmart got great prices. It got great prices.
Yeah, that's why you don't expect him to be in Walmart.
But look, in the South though, and this is 2018, so you know he wasn't like all the way there yet, all the way popping. Up. In the South, Walmart is the club.
Yeah,
Walmart is like the hub. Like you talk to your family, friends, everybody, bro. Everybody go to Walmart. Yeah.
How you know this?
Because I went to the South and I went to a fucking Walmart and it looked like a club in that bitch, bro. It was crazy. It was a lot of camo. Where was I at, bro?
Do y'all think that this makes his case worse about the self-defense thing? Not even his case. Do you think it makes the self-defense narrative worse?
Yeah. Where is the self-defense?
There was self-defense. The guy had a gun out. And well, yeah, of course, he was the aggressor when they came in. They came up to him. They came up to him, right? They came up to him when he's with his family.
Yep.
They probably started talking some shit. You just gonna let some motherfucker talk shit to your face in front of your family? Of course, I'm gonna go up to you.
Yeah, the lady was his baby mama, and his daughter was like off camera.
And the 3 dudes were with Henry, or the other 2 dudes were with Henry.
Hell yeah. Maybe. Oh, I thought it was the other guy. I thought it was only 2 guys. Yeah, so they come up to him. They start talking all this shit. The baby, he ain't gonna have that. It's the baby. So he came out, gave him a couple punches. Now they tussled up. The guy's scared that he's gonna get his gun out. The baby realizes his homie got his gun out, and now.
And then he shoots the unarmed one.
And the wife, you could see that the baby mama is going up to the guy, probably trying to grab his gun.
Yeah, she saw the gun and started playing. Yeah, okay.
And then he was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't having this." The baby gets his gun out, blam, killed that motherfucker.
That makes sense.
He gone.
For me, I feel like the aesthetic doesn't do great for your self-defense claim because you see him throwing the first punch and then you don't see the other part. But the thing we have to keep in mind is. This has all been, you know how quickly the cops saw this footage? Like, they saw this footage, ruled it self-defense. We're seeing it, like, what it's 2022.
3 years, 4 years?
4 years later. Oh, I guess a little less because it was in November. But they've already seen this footage. So we can sit here as our little, like, internet quarterback or armchair quarterbacks being like, wait a minute. They got this one wrong. They need to reinvestigate. But we're seeing this 4 years later, bro. They was dissecting this shit instantly. And you realize the first camera angle where they were like tussling, it's not that the camera cut out. They cut out the footage because you can't show someone getting shot. But obviously they saw that and then ruled it self-defense. So something in that. And also that state, you know, different states have different rules. Same with the Kenosha shit. Same with Florida where they have to stand your ground. It don't matter what happened before, bro. I could have called you a bitch and spit in your face. Once we get to tussling and then you pull out a gun, by their stupid ass laws, I could just shoot you. And it's like, well, at the time, I had fear for my life because he raised the gun toward me. Different out here, but by those standards, I'm just like, it's already a closed case.
Yeah.
But people really want to put it like a conspiracy, like the cops were trying to lift up the baby. They're like, man, they tried to cover this shit up for him.
Well, Rick James is his uncle. He probably got some connections. So.
But look, what have the cops done for him lately, though?
Yeah.
He had several charges leading after that. So I'm like, it sounds cool, sound like a narrative, but I just feel like there's nothing that's gonna come out of this.
Yo, you know the baby. We all know him. This fool's a motherfucking.
I don't know him personally, but
we all know the character he displays. This fool, he got guns. If you gonna talk shit to him, he gonna sock you in your mouth. Mm-hmm. If you gonna pull up to him and his family and bring out a gun, he gonna blow you away. Mm-hmm. All of this shit happened, right? Mm-hmm. And then he got rejected by somebody.
Yeah, we saw that.
We saw that, right?
We react to it.
The week right after, he ends up having somebody get shot at his house. Mm-hmm. I find that a little fishy. Because, we know this character that he is. If anybody going to come to his house and all that.
Although you did call him a bitch a few podcasts ago, but yeah,
I did.
Several times.
Don't remind him, bro. He's gonna shoot me, dog. We might have to take that episode off. But yeah. So I feel like there is with the story of somebody coming to his house and shooting him, or him shooting them in the leg. If you look at the report, the police report does not. They don't know who the shooter was, and they haven't like unveiled the name of the shooter and all that. I just feel like that story is cap.
Well, no, he said he came out and said he did it, and then they after the fact they said he did it.
Nah. I literally just read that shit because he came out and took the credit for it for shooting somebody. So when he was talking about it, and when you look at what's it called? I was reading an article and they're talking about they're not gonna release the name of the shooter to the public.
Okay.
And they don't even have the name of the person who got shot. So all of these things, I just feel like this could have been a ploy just to get everybody off of the fact that he got rejected by a girl. Because that happened.
Okay, I was wondering what you were getting to. Okay, so it's jokes. I was really trying to follow. Okay, got it.
That was the point.
Hell yeah, that was the point.
To get him off of the fact he got rejected by a girl.
Hell yeah, because it's like
he's joking. He's joking, you guys. Guys, the viewers, he was joking. It was all setting up the joke. I think it's cap. Thank you.
That's the fishiness.
We needed a good joke.
What the fuck y'all there?
What the fuck?
No, I'm dead.
We had to end on a good note.
Yeah, at least you end on a high note. Yeah, it's been a good time, bro. I can't lie. It was a good time coming back off. We didn't even talk about the Solid the Hustle podcast. That was a blast.
Fuck is that?
That was a good, bro. He got so much clout off of us, bro. He used us, bro. He hasn't hit my line since.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro. He ignoring all the texts, bro.
He hit me up.
Hell no.
He been ignoring all of us, bro. He uses imagine. No one heard. I'm just playing. But that was a blast, bro. That was very cool. It was a good time having him sit down. I hope he comes by more often, bro. I was telling him anytime this nigga would hit me with, if I'm in town next week, I'm gonna be there. I'm like, this nigga, where you going? Virginia again. All right, bet. Your shit's buzzing. Perfect. But yeah, that was a vibe, bro. It was good. But I'm glad we came back and had like a good episode today. Today was a good time. Can't lie to you. Because I was thinking like, man, energy was so great with Zaki in the room. I don't want to fuck it up. Like we don't come with the energy today, and I feel like we came with the energy. It was a good time.
Energy.
Professionals.
I know, bro. We're pros. Maybe that made us even more pros.
Bull.
I'm still thinking. I think JC got to hit a certain number of subs. Maybe when he beats me in subscribe. No, he's not gonna beat us, but it's looking like he might. If he beats us to 1,000 subscribers, maybe that's when we get him on, and then we have even more to talk about.
No, I'm gonna go walk through Venice butt booty naked, and I'm gonna say at the Really Good Podcast on YouTube on my back.
That's good. You should do that as well.
Well, don't just write it in marker. Just get a tattoo artist.
That's even better.
Tattoo it. If you're serious about the pod, you do it. Or tattoo it. But yeah, been a good time. Alvy coming on soon.
Let's go.
Good things to look forward to. After we get off, we're about to do this Dave's Reaper challenge. We're all gonna get the Reaper, which I actually get on the regular.
Hey, tap in with us on TikTok Lives every Friday.
We're
doing that shit.
Although the YouTube audience, you have to assume, is a little bit smarter than the TikTokers, so they're probably like, I don't give a fuck about you guys trying hot foods on camera. But if you do, we'll be here.
Hey.
But yeah, it's been a good podcast, man. Appreciate everyone who's tapped in, all the great followers, all the great listeners, all the great viewers. Fuck it. Pretend it's loud. Look at that. Oh, you know what time it is. Pod 60. We out this bitch, man. It's been a vibe. It's been a good time. Shout out to everyone we talked about. Shout out to Meg Smollett. Shout out to Elon Musk. Shout out to Tim Duncan. We out this bitch.
You gon' have to find your place or you gon' fade away.
He never puts my vibes in there.